rubber meets the road, we stand tall. Through the grit and grind, we answer the call. Voices rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need.
Hey, welcome to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. Happy Hump Day, everybody, man! Woo! It is. We've made it.
Woo yet.
We've made it midweek. I'm
woo
not
yet.
wooing for Glenn Lawson yet. I'm wooing for we're in Happy
Ow,
Hump Day.
and
Ow! We are proudly sponsored by Glenn Lawson and the White Biker Wolf Pack. Ow!
The Biker.
The Biker Wolf Pack. Man, if you ride, make sure you have Glenn Lawson and the Biker
On your
Wolf Pack
side.
on your side. Welcome, Pitbull.
What's up?
What's up, man? It is a great day in Arlington, in Texas, man. We got the World
FIFA.
Cup here in Arlington. We got FIFA going. I'm going to talk about that a little bit on, how amazing these fans who came here were.
Mhm.
And I drive through Arlington each and every day, and man, it's been a pleasure. It hasn't been chaos. So it's been a pleasure and a lot of fun. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Sunbrew Bikini Contest and car show that was at Boomer Jacks here in Dallas. And we have special guests from the Peace Officers Foundation, Peace Officers Angels Foundation, as you can see. They've been a big supporter of the 99 for a long time. And we have Maria Alvarado, and we have Arlington Police Officer Jesse Minton coming in today to discuss the First Responder Appreciation Day at Globe Life Park, July 12th, Rangers versus the Astros. So we're going to hear a little bit from Glenn Lawson. We'll be back. So stay tuned. Grab yourself something to drink because it's going to get good.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn with Glenn Larson Law and Biker Wolfpack Law. And I got one simple concept today. Don't be a tough guy. Don't try to do it on your own. And also, don't talk to the bad guys. So what do I mean? Don't be a tough guy means go get medical attention right away and tell the doctors everything that's wrong with you. Make sure to do that because if you don't, it's going to mess up your case. Number two, if you have a problem with your roof, do you hire a roofer? If you have an injury situation and you need help, hire legal professional representation. Our firm is one of those firms and we stand ready to help. Number three, most importantly, heaven forbid, do not speak to the insurance companies without legal representation. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks for listening.
Your bike turns heads. Your gear should too. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company has classic leathers and bold new designs you won't find anywhere else. Shop top brands plus exclusive MMCC originals. Right now, our listeners get 20% off their entire order. Use promo code 99%. Visit MilwaukeeMotorcycleClothing.com today.
My name is Carol Saint, and I ride with 99.
Hey, I'm Homie, and I ride on the 99. You can watch it every Wednesday, 99% Radio.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Chaz. I ride with 99, baby. Woo! 99% Radio every Wednesday. Stay tuned. Woo! Y'all be fantastic. All right.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network. Man, once again, this weekend we had a blast with Brandon Shaw and the Sunbrew Bikini team at Boomer Jacks. Man, what was your thoughts on that? I mean, when we pulled up,
those girls are so nice. I know it's like such a cliche thing to say, but like they're so sweet and they're like all about what they're doing. they really are trying to sell those calendars for the veterans. And my husband got one, which I love, because they're like, I gotta have one. They're all here. Can I get all of them to sign it? I'm like, they're all here, babe. You can have signed every month.
Did he get them all signed?
No.
Oh.
Because Jack and Jim were involved.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. But yeah, I like them out there because they all dress very nice. There's one girl I have to give a shout out to. There's a girl named Sharky. I've known her. She's done pinup contests too. She was in the contest for bikini. She makes her own swimsuit weird.
Oh, wow.
Gear. So I mean, like, these girls put some time into getting out there. It's not just throwing on a bikini, getting out there. I could never get out there and have everybody stare at all my bits like that. But
yeah, they're pretty confident. They were pretty confident. Yeah.
But I mean, to put the effort, she makes her own swimsuits and stuff like that. So I like that. I mean, it's just like the pinup stuff, but in a different realm. These girls get out there and they put their image on the line for everybody to look at them. It's not easy.
No.
So big shout out to them.
Yep. Once again, and the cars that were on site.
Oh yeah.
I was watching some of the photo shoots with some of those rat rods that were out there and some of those
Mm-hmm.
really classy
Did
Corvettes.
you see Santa?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see Santa?
No, I did not see Santa.
We were walking out, and of course, my buddy Bobby is a big Corvette guy, and Santa had his Santa sleigh. It was literally I have a little video. I'll post it later, but he's dressed in red in his t-shirt. Santa's Corvette has Santa's sleigh. He lifts up the trunk. It's embroidered with Santa's sleigh, and he has a badge on the back that looks like a police badge, and it says North Pole PD.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It
very
was
cool.
Badass. And it's one of those, I'm not a Corvette. I mean, I don't know much about Corvettes, but I guess it was like the top of the line engine of the Corvette.
Yeah.
He won one of the awards.
I
Gold with it was red with gold rims.
well,
and
yeah,
he
they
was
were
Santa's
all
sleigh.
Corvettes were parked along that back wall. Was he one of
He
those
was not.
guys?
He was right at like the second row. So like it was right next to the little median island
Okay.
thing. Yeah, but it was funny. He had the beard. He was on vacation.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
All those Corvette guys that came out, I think they were a lot of them with the
Mhm.
Corvette clubs. They came out. Those cars were beautiful. Then
Mhm.
I thought about you with the Jeep. They had the Hello Kitty
Hello
Jeep.
Kitty Jeep.
That was so cool.
Yes.
The little Hello, and she had the little photo shop in the back where you can jump in the back of her Jeep.
Really?
and
I
get
missed
your,
that.
and get your photo taken.
No, that's
with
cute.
all around the Hello Kitty.
I like that.
So there was a lot of interesting cars there.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of fun, and it was great for the whole family, the kids. There was a lot of stuff to do. They had a lot of vendors out there. Just
When we say kids, mature kids,
mature kids, mature kids. Yeah,
or
yeah,
kids that don't know what's going on.
yeah. So Brandon definitely did a great job.
We had boxers there.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Hello.
Let's bring that up. They had Roy Davis Jr. out there
With jalapeno.
and jalapeno. That boy can fight. I got video of him, man, fighting,
Yeah.
doing the spar in the parking lot. Oh my god!
And he's super like positive. Like he walks around just like
yeah.
he was like super upbeat.
But
We can't be named jalapeno and be
no.
pain in
But
the
like with
ass.
his hair
Oh, I
and
guess you
stuff.
could.
Who's the guy from The Simpsons? Oh, it was The Simpsons, or what's that cartoon with the guy?
Krusty the Clown.
No, not Krusty the
Oh.
Clown. Huh?
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob with all the hair coming out, and that's what he looked like. He looked like Sideshow Bob, man. Just with all the but he knocked the shit out of you. But Roy Davis Jr. He's a heavyweight champion.
Mhm.
He was out there, nicest guy in the world. He just opened up a gym here in Dallas.
It's like the Arlington, or not Arlington. It's like the Addison-ish area, is what I understand.
Where is it?
And kids from any age can be there, and it's basically fighting on a different level. It's putting him in that level of not just street fighting and not just your karate. It's like the self-defense and all that.
But it's also giving the kid direction, mental awareness,
Mhm.
and Roy teaches these kids to fight in the ring and not out on the street. He teaches them,
which that does help
respect.
them, and not that they're going to use it in the street, but shit gets real out there,
Yeah.
and you need to defend yourself sometimes. And it teaches them, if you're getting picked on, how to defend
Yep.
yourself.
without a doubt. So he's invited everybody for a 1-week training pass. He's given these out to us. If you would like a set of these passes, just contact the 99. We'll be more than happy to give.
7-day guest pass. So
Yep.
7 days you get to use this.
Yep. And the address is 17230 Dallas Parkway in Dallas. For more info, go to info@rjjboxingfitness.com. That's info at rjjboxingfitness, trump.com.
And they're open from 5:30 a.m. to 9
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 8 to 3.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses. You get up early, you can still go there. After work, you can still go there.
And then on July 10th at 2 p.m. Friday, RJJ Boxing and Fitness at that same location. They're going to be doing a weigh-in for the boxing match that's going to happen on July 11th at the Frisco Comerica Center in Frisco, Texas. So you're going to be able to see Jalapeno and other fighters fight at this great event. And you can go to the weigh-in on July 10th, and then the fight is on July 11th. You want to contact us, or go to that same info, and you can get more information on there.
We'll post this on our page because there's a QR code on there that you guys can scan and get all the info, get your tickets and everything on there as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a
I
fun
love
event.
a good fight.
This is going to be a fun
I
event.
love a good fight.
Are you going to go July 11th?
No, I'm busy. I got things.
You're not going to go? You're
I got a
busy?
baseball game, maybe.
Oh, that's right.
No, actually, no.
The
July
next day we got
11th,
the
I got
baseball
my.
game.
Actually,
next
July
day we got
11th, we have me and my girlfriends. We do a bring your own pool party every July.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to be there. I'm going to check him out. Hey, big shout out to Michael Keefe. He's a retired NYPD. Thanks for tuning in, brother. I appreciate
Did you watch
that.
the UFC fight at the White House?
No, I didn't. I heard it was amazing. We got a great picture. Talk about patriotism. Throw that picture up there. I've never seen such a more patriotic picture than they took at the White House with those with the jet flyover. It was amazing.
No, I have to say, there's a lot of controversy and talk about that. But I have to say,
about the flyover?
About the fight in general.
Yeah.
I have to say, it was the most patriotic thing. And everything was pretty neutral except for one person making a comment. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty. They were cheering for Brazil. They were cheering for other countries. I mean, like, it was just whoever the fight was. And I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, and kudos to the whole Trump administration for
People
doing that. I mean, you're doing something that
like,
the people want. This is something they don't want to see the polls dressed in pink and rainbow colors.
They're all mad, like, oh well, they destroyed the lawn. You realize they're gonna fix it.
That's right.
And then you see what the other administration did.
Right.
This was more badass.
This was for the people, man. And after that, I just heard on the news that the FBI and the Secret Service deterred such a huge terrorist attack on that night that was scheduled to happen.
And people were like, oh, having like views on why they had a fight in front of the White House. All those fighters were so grateful and in awe of this is like the biggest thing. We're sitting in front of the White House and fighting a UFC fight.
Right.
I mean,
but where else are you going to do? I mean, what other president's going to do that for you
on his birthday?
On his birthday, and
he gets to do what he wants on his birthday.
This fight's going to go down in history.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, and like you said, those fighters, it's such an honor for them to be able to do that at the White House.
They were all ecstatic, and I loved how when they walked out, they had either a service member. Well, they had a service member, or first responder, either fire, police, and then they had a
military veteran,
Medal of Honor walking out with him. I thought that was awesome, and everybody that walked out, all the fighters, from no matter where they went, they shook the guy's hand. The person's hand. I just thought it was all all around. I mean, there was the one person that said funny thing. Other than that, I mean, everything was, I thought.
Well, I think there was over
America.
I think there was over 4,500 people on the lawn, 4,000 people.
Yeah, they had a separate spot, so they had your VIP people, which is all the soldiers and stuff that got to watch the ring right there, and then they had the separate section where all the civilians and patrons got to watch it in a different yard. So, which I thought security wise, that kind of separated, and I thought it. And then also the ring girls. I have to give shout out to the ring girls. I love that they didn't make them slutty and little bikinis and walking out. And I know guys like that, and I get it. But they came out in really cool, patriotic dresses. Each ring, they came out. I mean, it was very tasteful.
Yeah.
And wow, I want that outfit.
So 4,000 people, a nation that loved this whole thing, and you got a few little people that don't like it.
Hey, but it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do that.
So kudos to President Trump and the administration for doing that. I think that was high
I have no
respect,
complaints,
man.
and if anyone wants to argue me on that, I would be more than happy. You can get my email at
go F yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Respectfully,
just-
of course.
Once again, that was so patriotic. The flyover was beautiful. And then let's come back here to Texas, where the World Cup is being held.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, big kudos and shout outs to the Arlington Police Department. I drive through Arlington. I pass the stadium every day on my way to work. And Arlington Police Department kept traffic moving, kept everything going. They handled this event like champs.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side of that, the fans, the hundreds of thousands of fans that have been here, were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't burn buses, they didn't break windows, they didn't fight in the streets. They
ripped jerseys off of people because they
Right.
lost.
They actually held each other arm in arm and danced and learned each other's culture,
Mhm.
which was like last week with the Netherlands and Japan. They were all together, just holding each other, having a great time, having fun. They cleaned up the stadium. They cleaned up the locker rooms.
Mhm.
They had a rep from AT&T Stadium get on and say the stadium was cleaner after the event than it was before they came in.
It's kind of embarrassing for us that we don't do that. That a lot of times when you have sporting events here, like everybody just, whoa, let's get drunk and destroy, and there's popcorn and cans everywhere, and people are fighting, and then you got Japan that comes in with their designated bags on their seats
Yes.
to clean it all up. It's like,
How great is that?
I think it's awesome.
And
and it's all about how you train your kids.
100%. Then you look at New York and you see them ripping the front of buses off. They're trampling on police cars, taking over fire trucks. Listen, celebrate.
game.
You could celebrate, and I love to celebrate. I think it's great, but you do not have to celebrate by destroying shit or beating people up or ripping jerseys off people. I mean, come on,
I
man.
never thought oh my God, I won. Like, I don't get it.
It just scared the hell out of me when your fist came in front of me, and I'm like, boom! I'm getting clipped.
But I mean, that doesn't go hand in hand for me. Like,
No. Even like when we just heard that the Croatians or England's here,
Mhm.
and they're about to kick off now at 3:00.
Mhm.
But they were here in Dallas last night. They drank 5,000 beers in a bar. They wiped the bar out. They drank them dry,
mhm.
and not one arrest for disorderly
one.
conduct. Not one fight.
We're lightweights here because we keep getting arrested.
because they know how to act. They know how to treat each other with respect.
I was
New
watching
York, you got a lot to learn.
this morning. I know there was a game that came on at noon. I think it was the Congo, and I can't remember the other team, but it was on at noon, and people were down there, like me getting ready. I get up early, as you know.
Right.
So 7:00, I'm watching the news, and the pub is open, and people are there, and I'm going, I kind of like this next couple 29 days. I could get up and go to a pub
And
anytime right now and not be judged.
that's right.
I like it.
But no, man. Once again, kudos to all the fans that have so far been so respectful to the state of Texas,
Mhm.
to Arlington. You're a
And
blessing.
keep hydrated, people that aren't from here.
Yeah, you're a blessing in disguise, man. Teach our New York fans how to act appropriately and with some respect, man. It's all got to do with your upbringing and your culture. Have some respect for other people. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about your tiki bar.
I got a little
event
thing coming
Little
up.
thing going on.
Little thing
Yeah, we'll be
coming
back
up.
right after these messages.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitched on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Cattle and Betty's of Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin up smile, standing at attention. Teasing waves, vintage art. For every soldier, every medic on call, every siren. In the dark of shield like an arm.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Arkangelski, CEO and co-founder of Break Free Technologies, and this is Break Free, a motorcycle helmet accessory that easily mounts to pretty much any motorcycle helmet out there, and it's the simplest way to improve your visibility day or night. Break Free's got a sensor array built into the unit itself, so there's nothing to mount to the motorcycle, there's no wiring, everything is inside the unit. It's got 100 ultra bright LED lights that light you up during the daytime and nighttime. Anytime you slow down, Break Free activates, no matter how. Engine braking, downshifting, regular braking, emergency braking. You slow down, it turns on. Break Free is a small company. We're only 4 co-founders and 1 employee at this point, and we're all passionate motorcycle enthusiasts. We love riding, and we've created this product for our community. We wanted to make sure that motorcycle riders are safe and seen out there on the roads. We saw a huge need for visibility, and that's why we've created this product.
Back to 99. That was Break Free helmets, man. You know, Cynthia's got one of those, and they are a fantastic add-on to your helmet for safety reasons. Man, the guy behind you in the vehicle in the cage, they have better visibility of you. It moves with your head. It's not cumbersome. It's not heavy. It is definitely a great add-on for anybody who rides.
Yeah, Cynthia, as you were saying, she's one of my battling buddies. She rides an Indian, and she's not a new rider, but she doesn't have she's not like riding a big old
right.
bike. She's a girl on a little bike, and she needs that.
She rides well though.
She does
ride well.
I mean, damn it, yes, she does. But yeah, having that extra, because what it does, just that little movement forward, it's giving that extra brake light invisible in
the line of sight.
In your line of sight. Because when you're on a bike and there's a lot of trucks in Texas and they're a little bit higher up, that visual is the bike down here and that truck up here. So the head is actually going to be your brake light, which is just giving you a little extra.
And when you think about it, like even when you are behind a car and they have that mid light, they have that light in their back window.
I don't see
sometimes.
That. I mean, I do, but I don't, because that one is just a tiny little on a car.
You see it on the car better
but when
than you
it
do the
flashes,
brake light.
But when it flashes, I see it.
And we need all the safety gizmos that we can have on our bike to make sure that the driver sees us.
A lot of times when you're driving and you see a lot of the tail lights, you see them all kind of flood up in the tail, But a lot of times people aren't really paying attention. You don't realize it's coming up that quick. So when that brake light hit, it does a flash mode.
Yep.
And it's more of an alert.
It alerts you.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Yep. Well, speaking about alerts, let's talk about your event alert that's coming up. This is what, the 3rd or 4th?
This is the 4th.
The 4th annual.
4th annual Beers and Betties is July 25th. It's going to be at Shot Skis in Keller. I will look up the address, but I think you guys know where it's at. Shot Skis in Keller on Main Street. We have the 4th annual Beers and Betties. We haven't really done a theme the past few years, but we decided we're going to do a theme because we talked to the people that work at Shot Skis and they love to dress up. So we're going to do a tiki theme, the tiki bars of the 1950s.
Ooh.
Yes. So they've already had
kind of like a Gilligan's Island type of
the
thing?
whole thing. Yes. So get your tiki, get your leis, your tacky shirts, and all the good things. Oh, that kind of rhymed.
Yeah.
Kind of worked. So so Shot Skis always does themed. They have neon nights and cowboy nights and all these things. So I was actually there today talking to my girl Louise. She's a manager there, and a couple days prior they're doing their summer bash. So they are going to have all the decorations, and then we're going to go ahead and make it a tiki theme.
That is great.
And all the proceeds raised for the Beers and Betties goes directly to Roll Call. Every year it goes to Roll Call. And if you don't know Roll Call, you should check them out at roll-call.org. They do a monthly luncheon every month. I think it's the 3rd Thursday or 3rd Friday of every month. They do a sit-down luncheon, tablecloth, presentations, all the things for our veterans from old and new, like-minded guys that get together, girls and all that. But they don't have one in July because it kind of gets a little hot.
Yeah.
And so we host a happy hour. This year we're doing it at Shot Skis, like I said, because we've outgrown every other place we've been. We had it at the Keller Ice House for 2 years. We moved it to Perry's, got bigger. So we're going to have it at Shot Skis because they have a nice patio and all the things. And we got music bingo, some raffles. Actually, we have
Don Graves.
Not well. He has been there. He does the national anthem. He's been there. But DeMarco, we got an autograph.
Oh yes, yeah. Robert DeMarco, who retired NYPD, first grade detective, wrote a book, and it's called The Line That Held. Very intriguing book, and he did an autograph copy.
He did a personalized autograph, Beers and Betty's 2026 copy. So we have that for auction. We got a customized cowboy hat, not customized, but a really did you say custom?
Yeah, okay.
Kind of like what Lori does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, a cowboy hat and some other gift baskets. So it's basically music bingo, happy hour, raffles. Everything goes to roll call. Last year we've raised a couple $1,000s each year for it, and
nice.
Everything we raise goes to roll call. And what it does, roll call, basically, like I said, a luncheon. They pay for the food. It costs about $15 to $20 per meal to feed a veteran. So everything we raise goes to feeding those veterans for the next year. And really, when you think about it,
that's roll call. Just to give a little backstory, it started out with only, I think, 11 guys in a diner
hanging out,
right? And they're up to now feeding 500 veterans per month. And the waiting list is, that's only because that's all they can fit in the church that they do it in.
And they even got a new place. They're in like a gym in a church, and they set it up, and it's a lot.
But they have so many veterans that are, because thousands of people want to be part of this, and they can only fit 500. So they, God bless roll call for what they do, because this really gives older veterans time to get out there, be with other veterans of their era, and they look forward to this.
We say older veterans, yes. There's a lot of
World
older
War II veterans, and Korean War veterans.
Yes,
and,
there's a
like
lot of older veterans, but there's a lot of new veterans too. So I think that's why it makes the mix so great, because you have the older veterans and younger veterans, they're mixing together.
Yep.
So you got the older veterans sitting there and they're proud, but then they see the next few generations doing the same thing in the same room. And then you got the younger generations looking at the older generations, and this is why I do this.
Yep.
And they're all in the same room. And then they'll have like different presentations, like obviously we always throw out Don Graves' name. He goes to these all the time. He's a part of it. Of roll call. In fact, roll call is the one that drives him around to all these crazy events that he does. But it's just a good way to get everybody together. And with July, they don't have a roll call event because it's the one time they take a break. And all these veterans, they look forward to that one time a month to get together. So we don't want them to go too long.
Yeah.
So we host a happy hour, and it's going to be at Shotskis.
And they love it. And they love it.
July 25th from 12 to 4.
Talking about our veterans, and then going into our first responders, talking about Robert DeMarco with the book. Do we have that? We have Robert's Robert DeMarco, once again, he gave us this autograph book to donate to the veterans of roll call to raffle off and to auction off. And he's also, for the month of June, he has graciously donated all his royalties from that book for the month of June. Every purchased book from the month of June, the royalties will go to the Fort Worth Brotherhood for the Fallen to help out our law enforcement officers. That's why this show is radio for a reason, man. We are blessed to be surrounded by so many inspirational people that give back to the community each and every week and month, and they just keep giving back. So when you start getting depressed and you start seeing the news and you're like, oh my God, the world is falling apart. No, it's not. It's just that they're not showing you these amazing folks that are out there each and every day doing inspirational and getting into humanity and doing the right thing,
Absolutely.
And that's why you have to come to one of these events, man. It's all about our history, our culture, smiles, and everybody's just having a great time for the purpose of giving back.
Yes. And if you haven't been to Shotskis, it's definitely the place to have it. The staff there definitely knows how to throw a party, and it's a great place to have the next Beers and Betties because they are all about it. And like I said, it's going to be a tiki theme. So bring out your best Hawaiian shirts and get involved. And we got some prizes, raffles, and music bingo.
And you sit down with one of these old-time veterans, man, from World War II or Korea. Man, you learn so much. I sat down with Don Graves. Bring
your kids. It is kid-friendly. So bring your kids and listen to these stories.
I got to sit down with Don Graves at a couple of these different events, and he was a flamethrower. He overtook. He was one of 18 flamethrowers on Iwo Jima, and he was only one of 3 that came off. And to sit there and listen to the experience of him back when he was 18 years old, when those boat ramps came down and they were just bombarded with enemy fire. I can't imagine the things that what he went through that day.
I definitely watch Saving Private Ryan a little different now.
Yes.
I mean, I always looked at it differently, but now that I actually put my hand on somebody that went through it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird. You think about, you've seen that movie so many times, and then I've met Don Graves, and you're looking at this guy and you're going,
oh my God, you lived it.
You were in there.
Yep.
It just blows your mind.
It's mind-boggling. You know,
these are real heroes. It's not Hollywood heroes. These are real heroes that need to be getting the paychecks that the Hollywood heroes get.
Yeah, and he's just so humble about it. And to sit down, listen to him, it's an inspirational, and it just shows you what America was made of. Because if it wasn't for men and women like Don Graves and our veterans today, we wouldn't have the freedom of speech to talk and do what we do each and every week. So is Lori on yet or no? He's here? No, Lori's not on yet. All right. Well, I don't know where Lori is. Lori's back in Colorado somewhere.
In the world is Lori Montoya?
So let's take a quick break. Hey, big shout out to Jimmy Eskovich, retired FDNY hero out there as well. Thank you, Jimmy, for tuning in. Jimmy, from one of my childhood friends back in Long Island.
Do you remember that?
Huh?
You remember?
I don't remember much of my childhood. I know there was Jimmy Eskovich. There was Fred Flintstone. There was Barney Rubble. All those other. We had to pedal our cars with our feet.
You grew up in New York.
I grew up in New York.
In what I picture, like the streets of New York, like the row houses or.
Oh no. That's New York. I grew up on Long Island.
Well, that's Long Island.
Long Island is suburbs.
So John Gotti lived.
Yeah,
that's
suburbs.
like gangsta.
Yeah, suburbs.
It's like in suburbs.
That was a
John
suburbs.
Gotti
Man. It
lived
was
there.
suburbs, man. It was no. When you look at New York, sometimes everybody gets that whole picture of Brooklyn and. The Bronx.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
that's the city. That's
you had to like walk
New
through
York.
the streets and like you're selling bubble gum to make the next.
No, fuck no. We had lemonade stands and we had lemonade stands out in front of the house, manicured lawns.
Speaking of lemonade stands, did you see the news story where these two freaking thugs robbed?
Oh, yes,
that was the lemonade stand for $80 motherfucking dollars.
I know.
Y'all need to parent your kids better.
Yeah. Oh my God. I heard that they
rolled up in masks and guns and robbed some elementary kids for some $80.
Really?
Yes.
They had guns? Oh my God. We're going to start playing little news. We're going to start playing little news clips of these idiots out there. Did you see the idiot over in Louisiana?
Are we going to have like dumb criminals?
Yes, we have the dumb criminals. Did you see the dumb criminal in Louisiana? Getting chased by the cops. You got to
narrow that down a hell of a lot more.
He's getting chased by the cops, and he's running through these backyards, and he's running through the swamp areas, and he jumps into a lake, right? Or a swamp, whatever they call it.
The chance with the gator was better.
But you know what? As soon as he jumped in, you see him splash into the water, and then all of a sudden you see is a whole bunch of eyes, these little beady glowing eyes come up out of the water. And he was like, oh, shit. And all these alligators start surrounding him. He ran right into the cops' arms. Yeah. Ran right out.
Yeah, at least you get a hard floor and a meal. You aren't the meal. Yeah, we need to do a dumb criminal segment. Once a month, we got to do a dumb criminal of the month.
Yes. Oh, man. That would be a lot of fun.
So submit your requests if you know somebody.
Yes. Oh, there's Maria out there. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and hopefully Lori will be on. If Lori's not on, then
she's fired. No, I'm just kidding.
She's fired. Then we'll just continue on doing what we'll bring our guests on a little early.
All
right. So Radio for a Reason, the 99% Radio Network. Up next, we're going to be bringing up the Peace Officers Angels Foundation, discussing a First Responder Appreciation Day of Globe Life Field on July 12th. Stay tuned.
I was in an accident 12 months ago to the day. I was driving on southbound Santa Fe, and somebody did a suicide left in front of me, and I T-boned him at 45 miles an hour. From that point forward, I don't remember anything for the next 18 days because I was in a coma.
She broke 9 bones, lacerated my spleen, put me in the hospital for 21 days. I remember none of it.
Biker Down was founded in 2011 after riding several rides over the summer and seeing tragically my friends get injured. And I felt that there was a need missing in Denver and in Colorado for an organization that helped the biker community. As you may know, the bikers are one of the most charitable entities out there, and what we do is provide them a variety of services such as medical equipment, financial assistance if necessary, and a plethora of resources to help them stay afloat during the hardest time in their life, which is their recovery. You know, my biggest hope is that I'll never get another phone call that a biker's gone down, but you know, that's not realistic. So I think my true realistic dream is that we can help as many as we can help, because it is life-changing for them. Certainly donating and volunteering your time, and even if you can't do that, attend our events. You know, attend our event and get a $20 t-shirt for your $20. You know, those kind of things make a big difference in a small nonprofit like ours.
April Williams Moore is a veteran, mother, and committed education advocate who will bring both lived experience and data-driven leadership to the State Board of Education District 13. As a military veteran and a parent, she understands the importance of structure, accountability, and opportunity, and how education shapes long-term outcomes for families and communities. With a master's degree focused on analyzing data and identifying solutions, April is skilled at examining student outcomes, identifying gaps, and developing practical strategies that lead to real improvement. She is committed to using data responsibly, not as a weapon against teachers, but as a tool to strengthen instruction, improve curriculum decisions, and inform policies that truly support educators in the classroom. Guided by service, collaboration, and common sense, April is focused on policies that uplift teachers, close achievement gaps, and ensure every student in District 13 has access to a high-quality education. Her combination of service, scholarship, and advocacy makes her a strong and trusted voice for students, educators, and families across the district.
This November, vote for change. Vote for April Williams Moore, State Board of Education, District 13.
Political ad paid by the April Williams Moore campaign.
Like a trampoline, light up the stash like it's gasoline. Boom, boom, like the fourth Uncle Sam and we lit like a fire on the sandy beach. Ain't no lightweight, does it the right way. Post Malone, I got another Bud Light race. Tats on her back, getting high and sideways. The tan on her thigh, still bright from light rays. Make them waves when the Spotify plays. In your black bikini, in your black fly shade. Show the rest of the world how you love to get loose. All American girl, red, white, and booze.
Straw hats, flip-flops, coolers and brews. Tan lights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze. Sunshine, good times, tied up pontoons. Tan lights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze.
Look a little mama, she got a little drama. Now hop your big booty up in the super duty. We're gonna take it to the lake for the day, then later on the night we all gonna get right. Fire up the green, call up the team. Might see some things you ain't never seen, like 3 girls playing Twisted Naked. Heard birds saying I can't take it. Text screaming out shake it, shake it. Good Lord, I hope we all make it. Don't worry about.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, man. Red, White, and Booze Cruise with the Moonshine Bandits, man. That is kicking off on May 15th, a 5-day cruise till what? May
the 20th.
To the 20th.
Out of Galveston. I mean, we're like the hub.
Yeah, this is a great cruise for a great cause. It's going on a Royal Caribbean ship.
Mm-hmm.
The if you book now, they're having a flash sale. If you book now, You get $300 off your balcony room.
Which is basically your down payment almost.
Pretty much.
I mean, and then you get payments, which I love. You don't have to think, oh, can I afford it right now? It's payments.
Yeah.
You got time till May 2027.
And, it's one of the most patriotic cruises out there.
It's Moonshine Bandits.
The Moonshine
Let's
Bandits
be
are
real.
going to be playing. It's all like-minded individuals, veterans, first responders. Anybody who really cares about the red, white, and blue is going to be on this ship. The 99% Radio Network. We already we're booked. So there's going to be a lot of things going on. This is the 4th annual. It's still looking at some different theme nights. They have one already confirmed, which is going to be the patriotic night.
Obviously.
Everybody dresses up in red, white, and blue. For those parties, they're going to be hitting Cozumel and a couple other two ports before it comes back.
I don't think it really cares where we go.
Yeah, really.
It's going to be fun no matter where we stop.
It's going to be, they're going to do a bar takeover. So the Moonshine Bandits, them and Full Throttle. And Full Throttle
Well, that's what code you use when you book your ticket. We actually have a girl named Mary. We can share Mary at her website how to get a hold of her. You book through her. You put in code Full Throttle. You get all the things, and then let her know you ride with 99. You might
get a free water. If you say you
or
ride
a
with
Dramamine. I don't know.
Free water, no ice. Ice is extra, but
actually, I'm going to put Dramamine in our gift bags. But if you put maybe you ride with 99, we might be able to put our rooms clumped together so we know where the party's at.
I was the high.
But I think Dramamine definitely needs to be there.
Do you need Dramamine?
I do. I get motion sickness. Like my first cruise ever, I was so terrified.
You sure it's not alcohol?
It's not.
It's
well,
not alcohol. Or is it a little bit of both?
Probably both. Actually, alcohol helps. I broke my back, so I have fused titanium in my spine, and ever since then, the motion sickness. So if you have motion sickness, trust me, it's not that bad. The ship is not going like that. What I did is I took Dramamine a week prior. I took one every day, kind of leading up to it to kind of build a little bit of a resistance up. And then when I got on the boat, I just took it like normal. No problem.
Yeah.
But I really don't even think I didn't take it after the second day. I was fine the rest.
It's a big ship.
It's not bouncy like you think. A lot of people go, oh, I don't want to be out in the middle of the ocean. It's a big boat. It's gonna, I get motion sickness.
It's a city. It's a city on the water, basically.
You barely. I mean, at the most I've ever felt. I mean, granted, they have all the technology. They're not going iceberg ahead and into the hurricane or nothing like that. If anything, you get an extra night in Jamaica.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
yeah,
they're
if you have to
route you somewhere else. But yeah, if you're on the fence, just get your Dramamine.
Or just sit at the bar. But one thing this will provide is connections.
Mm-hmm.
The High Seas Rally was in existence for over 20 years. They gave back to the Dialysis Foundation, the Wounded Warrior Project, and so many more charities. And people came on board, and first-time goers became family immediately. And it's from all over the country. You'll keep in contact with these people, and you'll make such beautiful connections. And you'll see.
Or you don't have to if you don't want to.
Either. Oh yeah, or you don't have to. If you meet people, you don't want to.
I won't talk to you afterwards.
But you make these connections, and you look at when you see things bad out there. You just remember those booze cruises, the people you met, and you see the humanity and the kindness and the gentleness that is really what is out there.
Well, it almost
the 1% of the stuff you see on the news is really not what our country is about. It's about the goodness. You see those moments, and it really keeps you inspired.
Those moments when you're out there and everybody's like-minded, and it makes you want to fight more for those moments, and being able to be that free to be able to do those kind of things. I mean, it makes you more proud that you are able to do that. Like, man, you're on the boat, you're with a bunch of people that you just met. Like, man, life's good. You're sitting there and it's good.
Because we all feel that mental anguish. I know I did, being from New York. When I saw what happened in New York after the Knicks game, man, I'll tell you, I not only felt angry, but I really went into a slight depression.
Well, I'm not from New York, and I was
what
angry.
is going on with these people? Then I drove through Arlington, and I saw those
the FIFA fans.
the fans from the Netherlands, and I saw the fans from Japan, and I came through today, and I saw the from Croatia and who else? It was Croatia and New England and England, and it inspired me back, man. It threw wind in my sails, and I was
There's
like,
still people out there.
These are the people that, you know, it's the culture, man. You look at these people, it just uplifts you so much more when you look at guys that inspire you.
They have pride in their culture and their place that they live, that they want to share it in a positive way. That's the difference. Instead of being like, well, you're wearing that flag, you should wear my flag. Well, how would I change my mind if I'm from one place? So let's all like where we're from and just celebrate that we have the capability of coming to another person's country and celebrating all the flags together. It's like the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everybody coming together and it's celebrating that we got some badass football.
Yeah. You know, and listen, have pride in your flag. God bless you. Have pride of it. Fly it, but don't
your country flag.
But don't destroy somebody else's flag. Don't destroy somebody else's jersey. Don't be ripping Spurs jerseys off of people.
Don't be a sore loser or sore winner.
It was disheartening to see what New York did.
It didn't matter even what color you were when they were ripping jerseys off people. It just blew my mind that you would just see somebody and what they're wearing and just start beating them up and ripping their clothes off. It blew my, what the hell?
I know but it really it knocks the wind out of your sails, because then you start thinking humanity and society's down.
I started thinking parenting.
Parents,
where are your parents?
Parents need to really reel in their kids. But we're gonna bring on another inspirational group, the Peace Officers Angels Foundation. You know, I've been a supporter of theirs for a long time. I always love what they do for our law enforcement officers across the state of Texas. You know, we got First Responder Appreciation Day coming up here at Globe Life Field with the Rangers and the Astros, and we got Brandy's online, right? Brandy's online, and we got Maria, the founder, Alvarado, here in studio, and we're gonna talk to them about what they do for our officers each and every day. You know, it's inspirational that you can see that we have groups out there like just like the Fort Worth Brotherhood for the Fallen, who are out there each and every day doing stuff for our officers across the country. The Peace Officers Angel Foundation does that same exact thing for our law enforcement heroes. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We'll bring on Brandy and we'll bring on Maria right after this.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner, not just a case but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
Welcome to Law Enforcement Appreciation Night with our Texas Rangers. We're glad you're here. I'm Maria Alvarado, president of Peace Officers Angels Foundation. POAF was established to help our critically injured peace officers and their families. Today, more than ever, it's important that we stand behind our brave men and women of law enforcement. Many of them are here tonight among you. Let's show them how much we appreciate them. We appreciate all of our law enforcement around the world. Thank you and stay safe.
The Police Officer Angel Foundation is there to support officers when they need it most. Thanks for coming out and supporting the law enforcement.
Go Rangers!
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. I am honored to have Maria and Phil Alvarado with the Peace Officers Angels Foundation here with us in the studio today. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you. Let's just
glad
move
to,
this a little closer.
we're glad to be here.
You know, Maria, me and you go back, and Phil, we go back a long time when we started back in Making a Difference Radio. Wow, years ago. I'm still wearing, like I said, I'm still wearing the same original shirt, and I still fit in it.
Still
Man, I still fit in it.
It's cut in the back. We have it tied together in the back.
Don't tell my secrets. But you know, you've been doing this for over 15 years. The Peace Officers Angels Foundation. Tell our listening audience what the Peace Officers Foundation is all about.
Okay. We started Peace Officers Angels Foundation after doing some research about our injured officers. We knew that there was some help for our fallen officers and their families. And I worked with them for a few years. And then we decided, hey, you know, we really need to help our injured. They're still here with us. They need us. So we started Peace Officers Angels Foundation, and that is in memory of our son, Corporal Rick Beretta. He was killed in the line of duty. He was a SWAT motor officer at DFW International Airport.
You know, I saw when I was at Carry the Load this year, and I saw his storyboard. And I, you know, every year I go there, I see his storyboard there, and it warms my heart. It makes me think about you guys so much, you know. And once again, like Carry the Load, you know, what you guys are doing is, you know, when me and people talk about the death of a veteran or a first responder, you know, we never want somebody to die twice, and people die twice. Once when their heart stops, and the second time is when we stop remembering their name, when we forget about them. That's the second time they die. And we never want that to happen to any one of our heroes out there. We don't want that to happen to anybody, but especially our veterans and our first responders who give so much to our cities and states and country. So with Carry the Load, they put the names and faces and stories on big cardboard banners, and people get to reflect, and they put a name to the face instead of just reading off a name. And what you guys do, Maria, you know, you show these families across the state of Texas that, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. We haven't forgotten about your injury. And I know we have an injured officer from San Antonio. She's on, she's behind stage right now. She's in the green room, Brandy, and she's going to come on in a couple minutes. We're going to hear her story. And it just shows what our officers go through each and every day. And you see this. And now more than ever, police officers are being assaulted each and every day, and not just with physical assaults. They're being shot and critically injured and murdered by each and every day. You hear this. It's heartbreaking.
Yes, it is. We listen to their stories, and one of the things that we do is we're able to assist monetarily, but we also keep them as part of our family, and we don't forget them. And we're always urging all departments not to forget their injured officers, to remember them and you know, be there for them, stand up for them. A lot of them just lose a lot of their faith, their hope, because they go through so many surgeries. we have some officers that have 25, 30 surgeries, and they have to battle so much, not only workman's comp and everything like that, but their life is changed, and not only theirs, so is the family.
Yeah, the stress on the family is a lot to take on, especially if you are a spouse of an injured officer that never grew up in the law enforcement field and you didn't know what you were taking on. If you grew up in it, you knew what the what ifs and what could happen. But if you're a spouse and all of a sudden, your husband or wife go to work 8 o'clock in the morning, and the next thing you do, you're getting a phone call to respond to the hospital, and then you find out that they're paralyzed for life, or they can have a debilitating injury that you are going to have to monitor for the rest of your life. That's a challenge. That is life changing.
Yes, it is, and we have been able to assist across Texas. Now we have Luis Farias that is taking care of South and West Texas, which is a big help. As you all know, 254 counties to cover is a lot. But and now we over here have the North and East Texas, and we have supplied and helped a lot of our law enforcement throughout the state. A lot of times, like Houston, like San Antonio, the bigger departments, many times, over 20, 30 officers. And we do assist city, state, and county. So we assist deputies, we assist police chiefs, we assist troopers. And we all know that, it's something that is needed. Unfortunately, it's not going to go away. Like you said, this will continue with our law enforcement and our first responders.
But it's not only the injuries that you guys cover as well. I remember a story back in the day, back years ago. Everybody looks at police departments like New York and Dallas and Fort Worth. They're big departments, or Philadelphia, these big departments. But we do have these small counties where have reserve officers. They have maybe 6 or 10 full-time officers. I remember you were telling me back, you guys were trying to get vests and radios for a sheriff out in Laredo who was almost working without a standard vest and without the needs to do his job back then. Remember?
Exactly. That was in Blanco County. And he did not even have the equipment, and he had so much territory to cover, which was really, really sad, really sad to hear. And one of the things that we wanted to continue with Peace Officers Angels Foundation is the fact that we could go out to the small rural communities, like you said. A lot of time their staff consists of 2 or 3, and they don't have the means of going and having a GoFundMe or setting up these fundraisers. So we need to be there for them as well.
Yeah, it means a lot. When somebody, it doesn't matter if you're in a big community or a small community. When you raise your right hand and take that oath to serve and protect the public, okay, that's something that you've taken on, and every United States citizen should respect those badges, those patches, those men and women who go out there and protect you. Because if it wasn't for them, you would not sleep well at night. Like when we talk about freedom of speech, right, Pipple? Our veterans fought for our freedom of speech, and thank God. But our law enforcement officers are out there, so you sleep well at night. Imagine if you couldn't call 911. Imagine if someone was breaking in your house and there was no 911 to call, or there was no officers in your area that could respond. Here in Texas, everybody's packing, but in other states, maybe you don't have that same affordability to protect yourself, and that's a scary thought.
Oh, it's scary when people are talking smack on Blue, and then they're the first one that's
to call. Right?
Call.
Yeah. We got a lot of politicians that are looking to fund the police. We should be refunding the police. We should be giving them more money, because they're many of these officers are underpaid, and you can't put a value on a human life. And we're going to bring on this. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to bring on Brandy, who knows too well the sacrifices it takes, raising your hand, taking that oath, and getting out. And there are bad people out there, so stay tuned. Going to give you a little trigger alert. The video that we're going to open up with is from Police One magazine. She did an interview with Police One magazine. So if you are triggered by the sounds of gunfire, if you are triggered by any emotional issues of somebody being shot, please pause and then come back on after the video, because it could get quite emotional for some of our law enforcement out there. So we're going to be back right after these messages.
Imagine you're a rookie fresh out of the academy facing a subject with an AK-47 and you're all alone on the second floor of a building. Well, that's what happens to today's guest, Brandy Roll, coming up next.
You got a rifle.
Copy, you firing out of the top window.
110, shots are being fired.
Hi, Dave Smith with Police One. With me today is Officer Brandy Roll of the San Antonio Police Department. Now, in 2008, Brandy was involved in a life and death confrontation in which she was ultimately shot and seriously wounded. But because of her will to survive, she was able to get out alive. Now, ultimately, she was medically retired. But her story is a dramatic and remarkable one of the will to win, the will to live, the will to keep going. Brandy, tell us your story.
September 8th of 2008, it was 30 days after I had graduated. I graduated August 8th, so 30 days later, I was on my second phase, second day at my second phase, and we were eating dinner around 5:30, and we had gotten done, and my FTO said, you want to go get this warrant? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm a young rookie, I want to go do something exciting. Get there, and it's all closed up, we can't get in, and so this, we're thinking, well, should we jump the gate or not? And then the son of the suspect comes, and he brings keys, and so we're like, oh, wow, okay. So he opens a wrought iron gate, which is around the house, and then he opens the front door. We go in the house, we clear the downstairs. I'm a little nervous, my heart's pounding. The feeling's not right in here. The son already said that he's got a gun in here, obviously bigger than ours. You know, I had told my FTO and the other officer, you know, we need to back out and wait. Let's, you know, call for backup. And, you know, they were like, well, we can't call for backup for every call. And, you know, you need to go and get upstairs and go clear the upstairs. And so, you know, being a rookie and being young, I mean, he's my superior. I'm going to listen to him. 2 rooms on my right, and there's one room on the left. So I clear the room on the right. It's completely empty. It's like there's nothing in the room at all. And then the next room is the bathroom. And I'm getting nervous. My heart's pounding, because I'm thinking he's going to be behind this corner. So I go behind the corner, and he's not there. And so my FTO opens the door to the left, and the suspect comes out firing. I go back into the bathroom, and he goes back into his room. So he's in the room on the left, and I'm right across the room in the bathroom. I turn my radio down because I don't think he knows that I'm in the bathroom, honestly. So I don't want him to hear my radio. There's a mirror in the bathroom, and so if I look in the mirror and see the door shut, I can just maybe sneak down the stairs. But if I see in the mirror, if I see him, he's going to be able to see me in the bathroom. The window is way too small for me to go out. I cannot go out the window. The only way out is through the door I came in. And so I proceed to look around the corner, and our eyes meet. The actor's eyes and my eyes meet. And so we are looking at each other's eyes, and it seems like forever, but it's probably like 30 seconds or whatever. And he starts firing at me again. Feel the back of my legs, and there's blood there, and I'm like, oh man, you know, I've got to get out of here. And the only way out, I figured, is through the door that I came in. So I just come around the corner and I just fire my gun. I fire all my bullets, I reload, I fire all them, and I'm on my last clip. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna run out of bullets. I don't wanna run out of bullets up here. And so I finally just started running down the stairs. And as I run down the stairs, he comes out and he shoots me. I fall down the rest of the stairs and I'm bleeding, and I start crawling myself out of the house with my arms, and just my legs are like jello. Like they do not, I can't stand up, I can't move my bottom part at all. It is gone. I was determined to get out of there, and I was determined to get out of there alive. I definitely wasn't going to let him lay down. I wasn't going to lay down and let him shoot me and kill me. That was not going to work for me.
Hey, welcome back to 99. Man, that is just one of many stories that, across the country. And Brandy Young, can you hear me? Is she on?
Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, Brandy, I want to thank you for joining us here on the 99% Radio Network with Maria and Phil and Pipple. Thank you for allowing us to share that story. Our heart goes out to you, and I want to thank you for all your service through to San Antonio, and thank you for being on.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
When civilians hear that story, they don't get the full impact on, in that video you said your heart was beating. Man, that's probably an understatement, because as you're a rookie cop, walking into any house, your heart is coming through your chest.
I was just thinking like through your ears and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, my heart's just watching that video made my heart just pound again.
I couldn't imagine. I was feeling it. I mean, that's the first time I heard it, and I was going, I can imagine living through that.
And this is what our officers throughout our country face each and every day. It's the unknown. You were a rookie cop at that point, right? You were 4 weeks out of the academy.
Yes, I had graduated August the 8th, and I got shot September 8th of the same year.
Wow.
Was it AK?
Yes, it was an AK.
You're a badass.
I'm glad you're still with us.
Yes.
I'm so happy you're still with us, but it doesn't go without the injuries that you sustained. Can you share some of the injuries that you sustained?
Well, like 4 years ago, I lost my leg because of the accident, so I'm an amputee now. I still have a lot of pain. Some of the nerves attached to like my spinal column, and so it can be very painful at times. Just mentally, I still have a lot of PTSD. I still don't trust a lot of people. It's hard to go in crowds. So just a regular, normal, I think, not for officers that have been in shootings.
Right. No, I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Definitely.
And with the Peace Officers Angels Foundation, sometimes and San Antonio is a pretty big department. After the shooting, were you taken care of by the department? I'm sure you were taken care of by your brothers and sisters in uniform, but how about the department itself? If you could talk about that a little bit.
I don't want to expose anybody, but they did not take care. Well, yeah. They did not.
I've heard that many times through departments all across the country that you're not taken care of in the manner that you should be taken care of, and that's why the Peace Officers Angels Foundation and all these grassroots nonprofits that are out there make such a difference in the lives of our law enforcement officers.
Yes, and y'all were talking about when officers were injured. One thing I want to say about that is, I was a rookie, so nobody knew me, and so people were coming in my hospital room, but after I went home, that was it. Like, you're left on your own. you're left with your wounds, you're left with your pain. I couldn't walk for a very, very long time. I had to re-walk, and everybody else's life is going on, and they just forget about you. And so I think, as far as from my perspective, injured officers, we need to check on them, because that could lead to depression or drug use or alcoholism or suicide. Sometimes, because you're around this culture where it's supposed to be brother sisterhood, right? But then when you're injured, they all still go to work and they all still live their life, and you're at home, with an injury or pain or whatever. And so our injured officers, they totally need some help. I think we definitely recognize them. I think the Peace Officer Angel Foundation is amazing. They reach out to all of them. But more importantly, the officers, the brothers and sisters that this culture is about, I think they need to step up and check on these injured officers.
I was watching a podcast the other day. They were interviewing a New York cop, and he had time on a job, and he almost mimics exactly what you said. The law enforcement today is not the law enforcement of the 70s and 80s anymore. The brotherhood and the sisterhood has kind of, go to work, go home, and you live your life. And you forget about the brothers and sisters that you're willing to lay down your life for 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day. But then if something happens, you're not there to back them up. You're not there to support them. You're not there to help them get through this mental anguish or this physical injury. And I think the culture in policing has kind of slipped on that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's hard when it can be very difficult. And I'm not saying in my perspective, because I was only on 30 days, so a lot of people did not know me. But I've known officers that's been on 20 years and get hurt, and nobody's around.
Yeah, but I wanted, yes, you're a rookie, nobody knew you. All the more reason to help you out. All the more reason to take you under their wing. That's what it's about.
To show you why you, unfortunately, that this happened when you were a rookie, but this is why you still are going to get up when you're healed, because we're the brother and sisterhood. Yeah,
right.
You would think there would be like that family kind of vibe.
Once again,
I'm a little shocked. I didn't realize this is a thing. I'm like a little civilian over here going, what?
Yeah, well, all the more reason. I mean, from the day you enter that academy, actually from the day you raise that right hand and take that oath, you should be protected 100% and taken care of 100% until the day you retire. And then they should still take care of you on your retiree benefits. But the brotherhood and the sisterhood should always be there, no matter, rookie or not.
Yeah, I want to take that. I do get a pension I did retire from them, and I do get a medical pension from them. So that part they took care of. But other than the rest of it, I kind of fell through the cracks. I didn't have a family assistance officer, so I didn't know a lot about programs. And so once I got out of the hospital, I was pretty much on my own. And I had 3 little kids at the time. I had a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the home life, and then figuring out all the paperwork and things that you got to figure out, like
plus
paying
healing,
the bills,
plus
and healing, and then your work. And
how did you get connected with the Peace Officers Angels Foundation?
She actually reached out to me. I was like, who is this lady? Who is this lady calling me and messing with me? And come to find out, I mean, she is a blessing in my life. She's a blessing in anybody's life that she touches. I believe in her program. I believe in her organization. She's so truly, truly an angel, and she's making one of my bucket list childhood dreams come true about throwing out the first pitch on July 12th.
Oh my God, that is amazing. She didn't tell me that.
Yes, she is so amazing, and I cannot praise her enough. Like, she deserves the world. Like, she really is amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if she really realizes how amazing she really is and how many lives she really has touched. And it's just, it's a great, it's just awesome.
I couldn't have said it better. Maria and the foundation, Phil, and every officer that's involved in the Peace Officers Foundation has a heart bigger than the state of Texas. and giving back. They show the true spirit of what brother and sisterhood is all about when you wear
Yeah. I want to give Phil some props too. I know he's behind the scenes a lot and shoots the face, but man, he does all the email, all the computer work, and all that. So Phil, I mean, right back at you too, man. You're just as awesome. Y'all are a dynamic team.
Thank you.
She just got the prettier face. I mean,
I don't know. He's got a pretty nice stash there.
And you are and will be always my heroine, Brandy.
Oh, stop.
Well, Brandy, I'm going to be at the game July 12th as well. I hope. Well, you're gonna be there. Hopefully,
Hopefully, I will be there. Yes.
I know you got the kid thing going
I had
on.
a meeting the day before. Yeah.
But I would love to meet you and shake your hand and give you a hug if I can.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm gonna be like, I know her.
I'll be like, I know you.
I got a New York Police Department patch with your name on it.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
I got a bumper sticker for the 99.
Okay, I'll take that too. I put it on my cooler. I put all kinds of things on my cooler.
So, how's life now, Brandy? How are you doing now, physically, mentally? Are you in a good place?
Losing my leg was hard because you're losing a part of you, but also it was the best decision of my life. I could not walk. My leg was basically paralyzed from the ankle down. I couldn't really use any of it. But I mean, I'm blessed. Life is good. I try to teach cadets. I try to give back as much as I can. Life is good. And I always say this, and it's kind of sound weird, but honestly, I'm helping more people now than I ever would on the department. And so it was it's a blessing.
I do another podcast called A Badge of Honor, and
He cheats on me.
I cheat on her with a badge of honor. And we bring on our veterans and our first responders. And the big thing is, after we leave the job, we worry about purpose, because we're so, we get that title of police officer or veteran or whatever. And we feel when that part of our life is over, it all ends. It's just, you're still you. Now you find another purpose. And giving back is your purpose. Maybe this is God's plan to put you on a path of giving back instead of putting you further into harm's way.
I do agree with that. I teach Reboot, which is a trauma healing based program for retired officers. Nice. And that's the biggest thing for them. It's like, what is my purpose? What do and I always ask them, who are you? You're not an officer. You're not that. You're a dad and you're a welder or you're, this or that. You're not. That officer is just who you were at work. That's not who you are as a person. But that's right. I also, it took a long time. In 2010, I tried to take my own life. One of the officers was there and he got me into help. It's been a long journey, but since 2019, man, it's just been a blessing ever since.
Yeah, well, I could hear good things in the tone.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Definitely hear it in the tone of your voice, and I'm happy as somebody who's definitely been in those experiences as well. Just 4 years ago, battling those same things. It's nice to give back and be around people that you can help, and that's we found our purpose. You found your purpose. So many officers out there will find their purpose, and we're not officers by birth. We are human beings. We are,
yes,
we are who we are.
Well, even just your story now, me being the civilian at the table, I mean, it opened up my eyes to a lot of things. I didn't know that you weren't getting that kind of support when you leave. Like, that's all eye-opening to me. And I definitely, want to support anything that helps, back you guys. I mean, like I said, like you just being on here opened up my eyes, and we got a couple listeners listening.
But what sucks is, and it sucks when getting injured on a job, right? Mm-hmm. But I've seen it on our job after 20 years of service, right? Your retirement papers come in, and the lieutenant will come over, put a box on your desk. You box
it's like the movie,
and and as soon as you walk out the door,
with your little plant hanging out of the box.
As soon as you walk out the door, it's like they already filled your seat, filled everything, and your key doesn't even work to get back in the precinct anymore.
Exactly.
Like, holy crap! What 20 years of whatever I
And
did.
see,
you
that
know?
just like what you're describing is like your basic like collar job, and I'm like that. You guys are more than that.
Yeah, you're walking out with a box of memories, and life goes on, and that's being retired, and that's the hardest part. I can't imagine
know it was like
going
that.
through what you went through and feeling left so alone,
Yeah.
man. My heart goes out to you because that is the most painful when you.
Yeah, I can imagine healing and doing all that, and then because you were doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
And then the reason that you were doing it for and your people that you were doing it with
Don't even
disappeared. That's heartbreaking.
Yes. And I'm glad you are strong enough. I heard, and watching that video, I knew you were a strong person from the very beginning.
That video had me hooked.
You know?
I felt like I was watching a true crime series. I'm like, oh, what happened?
You're strong-willed. You're strong-willed.
Yes, yes. And on that caveat, it's hard for officers because you can't even get back in the building. Like you're done. And then you got to
You're
go.
done. Get a
Then when you
visitor's
go
pass.
into the substation, when you go to the substation, you got to sit out there and ask the service agent to get back there with the common criminals. And like, I get 40 years in this department.
I put him in jail.
Yeah, yeah.
How did he get in? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you stick that little visitor's patch on you, you know? Oh my, yeah, that's horrible. But you know what? After service, this is why, like 99% Radio Network, it's radio for a reason. We all connect. You are now family with us. We have your six all the time, and we will connect you and connect others with you and your organization. That it's one big family that is just a moving purpose train.
Yes, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. You make sure you take care of Maria over there.
Oh, of course.
And
Always,
Phil,
always.
and Phil, and Phil.
And Phil.
Oh, Phil.
Randy, thank you so much, and I will see you on July 12th.
Yes,
To
thank
throw
you.
out the first pitch.
That's awesome.
That is
I've
awesome.
been practicing. Hopefully, I don't do terrible.
I'm sure
All right,
you'll
guys.
do well.
All right, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for sharing. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was Brandy Ruel, formerly of the San Antonio Police Department. She was shot and severely injured in the line of duty. She's going to be at the July 12th Ranger Astro game for First Responder Appreciation Day. Maria, tell us about this amazing event.
We're excited. We've got Matt Pierce that was shot 6 times. This May was the 10-year anniversary when he was injured, and he is still with the department. That was incredible. That was
Wow.
incredible that he survived that.
Mhm.
And his quote is, God wasn't done.
Which one is that? You got the flyer up? Can you
That's
put this,
Matt Pierce. Yes.
put that flyer up?
He's Detective Matt Pierce. And I loved what he said. God wasn't done with me.
Yes.
And that POS, can I say?
Yes. Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
Walked up to him after he was shot so many times, and still shot him again in the head. And actually the bullet went behind the heart, and that had never happened before.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it was grace of God that he
So
that he survived.
just say it out loud. Piece of shit.
and his faith, like he said, that's what kept him going. His family, because a lot of our officers, when they are injured, all they want to do is get well and get back,
Get back
to their
out there.
families.
You see,
Because
so
it's
many
the
of them.
calling. I mean,
It's a certain breed.
Some of it, they chose, but sometimes it chooses them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's.
Mm-hmm. I'm a crime junkie, and I watch all these like stories, and like, there's cops get injured in there, and then they still get back in there. I mean, it's just amazing the will that some of these officers they have.
Yeah, well, like she said, it's a calling.
It is.
It's a calling.
Police officers are cut
I mean,
from a
imagine
different
them not
cloth of
being
God
here.
by God. It is definitely a calling. It's not something.
That saying "run to the fire"
Yeah.
doesn't even give it enough credit for what everybody
You can take
does.
that flyer down now. Okay.
Show my face.
and the main thing, like they say, we want to just get back to our families, get back to our work, but we also want to pay it forward a lot of these officers that we assist, that's what they say, you know, what can I do, you know, for
But they wanna
my
pay
next
for
brother
it.
that comes
Mhm.
comes along that's injured. But Matt will be throwing out the honorary first pitch, and Brandy will be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. So it's great. And we have the catchers fire. So we have for Brandy, Tamara
Oh, I love a good
Jonas,
firefighter. Put the
Grand
firefighters
Prairie. She is going to be catching Brandy's, and then Gus Rubio is with Denton Fire Department. He's going to be catching Matt Pierce.
All
It's
right.
really, really
That's really
great to see that. You
It's
know,
great that we're going to
it's,
have cops throwing crap at firefighters.
Well, that's
It's
what
about
happens.
time.
Then, you know, they throw it, and then the firefighters clean it up.
It's about time the law enforcement gets to throw some balls at firefighters.
Yes. And then, of course, we always have an officer to sing the national anthem in full uniform. And then we have Willie Lane from Grapevine PD.
That's a
that'll
country
be,
name right there.
Willie
Yes.
Lane.
Will Lang.
Willie Lane.
Yeah. Oh, he's a country and western singer.
Oh,
And then we have Peter Hughes with Arlington. That's a motor officer. And he will be singing God Bless America.
You know,
those motor officers, impressive.
yes. Oh yeah, especially Arlington.
Impressive.
You ever see him at the rodeo?
Yes.
Oh my God, these guys know how to ride.
That's why you see them coming up the highway. You're like, oh,
Yeah, last night when I put this out last night on Facebook, and Janie Baldaris,
From
who's
the
a
House of
country singer
Baldaris.
from the House of Baldaris. Janie Baldaris, she's a country singer. She lives down in
Legend.
like by San Antonio, by Austin, right? Austin.
Mhm.
And she just sang the national anthem for.
well, she did the pinups, and then she went to the monster truck rally and did
She
the.
filled the stadium and she sang. She's got an amazing voice.
And we're like, we know her.
So she texts me. She goes, I would love to be able to. She goes,
Yeah, she did. She sent me that
goes,
text too.
she goes, I would love to sing for those officers if I can. And I'm like, well, I will check with Maria, but you already got somebody. But she says she would love to.
Anytime you need somebody,
Anybody
she
needs
is
somebody,
available.
She would
Oh,
love to come
good.
out and sing
Yes.
for you. Her voice is amazing.
Yes.
So keep her in your little Rolodex.
She wants to
We
help
also
any
have,
veterans, first responders.
Alina Gallardo. She's
That's a sexy
in
name.
South Texas, a DPS trooper, and she's got a beautiful voice, and she's always singing like at rodeos. And
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And she comes to Globe Life Field and sings.
Yeah, Janie sang twice for the Rangers. She sang at Globe Life. So she was like, she goes, but it was for the game. She goes, I want to do it for our first responders.
She's addicted. She just wants to. I mean, I love it.
She wants to do it for our first
blows it out of
responders.
the park for real.
So let's talk about the game. It's going to be July 12th. It's the Rangers versus Astros. It's tell
Starts
us
at
how
3,
we
right?
get 3:00 game.
1:35.
1:35.
Yeah, 1:35.
Even better.
And we are still needing folks to step up and donate for some tickets for our officers that want to go. We have a lot of officers already set up with their families, but we still are. There's always someone that still, the tickets they're $65.14 each, so it's hard when you have a family of 5.
Is it going to be in a section?
Yes, we have section 140, 141. When those fill up, then we have a section, Phil, 139 or
139 and I think 130.
130 and 139.
There's a 1 in the
Yeah.
middle, the first, so it means it's good seats.
Yes, so we have a lot of our officers, like I said, that are coming, and
So, but you still need sponsors for
but we
someone.
still need some
So
sponsors.
basically, you need sponsors to buy the ticket, so those people they get in for free. So you're sponsoring tickets, so you need people to help donate, so they get in for free.
Yeah,
Well,
they donate the money, and
I'll
then
tell you right now, how much are the tickets?
they're they're $65.14 each. If you have a family of 3, it's $195.42. Family of 4, it's $260.56, and then a family of 5 is $325.70. That's hard on them, on these officers with these families,
Well-
and they all want to go.
On behalf of Pitbull,
I knew he was going to do
you
this.
knew I was going to do this. Right?
I can feel the heartbeat over here.
On behalf of Pitbull, myself, the 99% Radio Network, Glenn Lawson Law, and the Biker Wolfpack,
And the Battling Betties.
and the Battling Betties, we will donate a Family of Forts package to you.
Thank you
to one of
very
those
much.
officers.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we would be honored.
And I want the ticket to say all of that. I want to say 99, Gun Larson, Battling Betties.
Yes.
And we also just recently
That's a
helped
great picture.
Burleson. Yeah, Billy Cordell, chief of police there in Burleson.
Can't
We
miss that mustache anywhere.
She's digging your mustache, Phil. She's like, yeah.
And so we just assisted Cameron Wood. He was had a real bad medical emergency while on duty, and they're asking for help. Another 8-year-old, 4-year-old, and 18 months. So we were able to go and assist and help that officer.
man.
And we've got another. I know it's a lot, but we have another. First responders with the city of Frisco. I don't know if you knew that with Rough Riders.
We still
Oh,
like
well,
Frisco.
the Rough Riders, we're
Yeah.
doing an event at Rough Riders Stadium
It's where
with the
celebrity
Celebrity
softball
Softball
is.
in September 12th. Rough Riders Stadium, I'll tell you right now, is a beautiful stadium.
Classic
Parking is so
ballpark.
easy. Is a beautiful park.
It's like the
Nostalgic,
classic
man.
ballpark. But
Yes.
you think like old school baseball.
I want to
That's
go
it.
down that water.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. And this is July 17th.
Yeah, July 17th, 5 days afterwards. And then we've got, I don't know if y'all remember the Dallas deputy that fell off the bridge. He
no.
got hit. And
Yes.
we assisted him also, Christian Robinson. He's going to be throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, at Rough Riders.
At Rough Riders.
Very nice.
Right. And then we've got Trooper Jesse Smith that will be singing God Bless America. So
Wow.
it's just really a wonderful feeling for them to be out
I
there.
love looking at a man in uniform and a woman. By that means, I'm just saying. I just love that.
You know, once again, I can't reiterate enough on the difference that you are making in all of our officers' lives throughout the state of Texas. And Brandy just attested to it that, you know, if it wasn't for the Peace Officers Angels Foundation, your wonderful staff, Phil, who's doing all those emails.
Our special editor.
Yes, doing all those emails.
All your
You
shirts
know,
I need to have on the back and Phil.
when we think about what, like Brandy just said, you know, she was kind of left in the dark by the department. Nobody really reached out to her, but you, Maria, reached out, and you were the angel in her darkness, and gave her the spirit and let her. Now she's thriving and out of that dark place and away from the rabbit hole, and that's because of you. That's because of one phone call. Taking time to just make that one phone call and say, hey, I got you. Hey, I'm here for you. Something.
But I do have to say, because she said that you reached out to her. Some people don't get the grace of having the angel reach out to them. So how do people get a hold of you?
Okay, well, our website, poaftx.org. And then, of course, our Facebook page. We've got about 4,000 members on our Facebook page. So we're always updating. We're always getting fundraisers. One of them is Dining for Heroes, for example. We go to different towns, and we love it because the police officers get to come out, and we tell them, we say trade their badge for an apron and serve. And it's just great for the communities because they're able to really, 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 chat with the officers, and that's
on a
very
different level.
popular program.
You're
Yes.
you're bridging the gap actually too on that aspect where now the cop is serving a meal and not serving a ticket or serving a warrant
Exactly,
or you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, and it gets the community to see the cop in a different light.
It's like when you see the cops playing basketball with the neighborhood hoop.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah,
that.
Love
I mean,
that.
it shows that they're not just robots in
They're
uniform; they are
regular
human
people
beings, and
having a
then it
job.
really humanizes the men and women who wear that uniform to protect us each and every day. They all have hearts. They're not soulless creatures out there. They're protecting law-abiding families out there and putting criminals away for your safety, for your kids' safety. And that's what we have to connect with.
So peace officers, they can go on your Facebook page, and there's going to be a list of all your events coming up as well.
Yes.
So they can go on your
Phil
Facebook
does
page.
Yeah.
And Phil.
Phil takes care of our website and makes sure that, you know, our events are there, anything that's coming up. And then the list of all our programs, for example, Coins for Cops. We wanted to do something
Coins for Cops.
For the children. We wanted the children to be able to participate. So when we have these fundraisers, we have these blue jugs, and the kids go and put their pennies in there. So they feel great because they're helping.
That was the
helping.
best memory when I was a kid. I think I saw or heard one of the cops or one of the districts were doing that. But when I was a kid, the favorite thing I remember is if you gave a thumbs up to a cop, they would stop and they'd give you a little baseball
cards.
And I remember that till this day. I'm in my 40s, and I remember that, and I thought that was the coolest thing because I'm like,
give me a baseball card.
I'm like, oh, baseball card. And they would stop and they'd pass out a baseball card. It was either of them or an actual baseball card, depending on what they had. You know, and it was just interacting with the kids.
I remember that back in the day, cops had baseball cards. And Mongo, who's in California, he told me about them in California. He used to do that too. They'd hand out baseball cards with your picture and little bio on the back.
Yes.
And then it makes more interactive.
I think it's cool, and the kids would collect it.
Yeah.
I think it was a cool idea. But like getting the kids, like you said, getting them to have that different view, because crazy times now. We need to keep that positivity on what they're actually doing, and I think we need to respect them and give them as much honor. Because I mean, stuff wouldn't be going as smoothly without people like that. You know, I mean, imagine calling. I mean, who are you going to call?
Well, just think about what just happened in New York with the Knicks game. If cops were not there, think about how much worse that chaos would have gotten. And you know, they are holding the
line. A lot
line.
of places are outnumbered too. When they need more funding for police because they're kind of outnumbered in those situations. They have these team takeovers now, and then you got like one cop and 15 teens or whoever the situation might be. They're outnumbered. We need more funding so we can have more cops to be there to keep us all safe.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank Maria and Phil for coming in. I want to thank Brandy. Say somebody wants to be a part of, not just donate money or come to an event. Say somebody wants to be a part of the Peace Officers Foundation and be a volunteer and support and be a part of your crew. How do they do that?
Phil's got tell them a little bit about that.
Tell us, Phil.
Well, I mean, we couldn't exist without the volunteers. I mean, they help us with everything. I mean, Maria and I can only do so much, but it's the volunteers who help us with the Dining for Heroes program, with the first responders program, and without them we couldn't exist. I mean, and by the way, I don't know if anybody's mentioned, but POAF is a totally all volunteer organization, and from the board to the Maria, everybody. So as far as joining up, all you have to do is contact us and let us know that you want to participate, and it's that simple, And
emails on there.
Yeah,
right?
we've had there's emails on there. There's people that have actually come up to us, at restaurants and said, we want to be at the next one, and they have been, and so.
It's something bigger than yourself. It's dedication. It's giving back to your community in every way possible. You do have a lot of law enforcement officers that volunteer their time to be part of your organization, but you also have a lot of civilian personnel as well. All hands is what it takes. The more, the better, because the more people out there, the more support our officers can get.
And I do want to say that Arlington Officer Jesse Minton will be taking over the First Responders Appreciation Day from now on. And he is right now president of the Arlington APA. He's regional director for CLEAT, and he is a great Christian man that just loves to help. And he's been helping me with Honor Guard, with anything that I needed. Jesse was there, and I'm just very, very happy that he is going to be able to continue this tradition.
And Jesse was supposed to be here today, but because of the World Cup and them using everybody in Arlington and the surrounding areas for traffic control, crowd control, and everything else, he has to work. And that's the life of a law enforcement officer. When duty calls, when World Cups come to town, you know, we have to step up and do what we got to do to keep everybody safe. And Arlington is doing an amazing job. I tell you, once again, I drive through there every day on my way to work, and I've had no issues, seen no burning buses, seen no. It's been a beautiful sight, and I credit our Arlington mayor. I credit our board out the council, and I credit our police officers and our first responders out there for really keeping Arlington safe under these tremendous circumstances from all over the country coming in. You're really doing a great job. Keep up the good work. So, Maria, we are going to be at the July 12th game. We are going to, like I said, I'll get with you after the show, and we'll donate the 4-pack of tickets to an officer, and I'll be there. It depends on her kid thing. But Pitbull and her husband will be there as well.
He's 11. I'm a little on the fence at the moment.
And don't forget my favorite scripture, my favorite verse.
I forgot.
You need Jesus.
Come on.
I'm gonna read
Proverbs 3:27.
Proverbs 3:27. Do not withhold good from those that deserve it, when it is in your power to help them. That is something that's almost as good as, if you could be anything in this world, be kind.
Don't be a
But
dick.
that says it all in the scripture aspect. You know, we shorten the version a little bit.
We use slang.
Yes.
But once again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Brandy, if you're still on listening somewhere. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Once again, support our police officers, support the Peace Officers Angels Foundation. Come out to the game on July 12th. We'll have all the information on how you can get tickets on our Facebook, Instagram, and webpage. So, come on out. And you're going to be in a section full of first responders and having a good time, like-minded individuals. And it's going to be a lot of fun in supporting our Rangers. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Your bike turns heads. Your gear should too. Milwaukee Motorcycle Clothing Company has classic leathers and bold new designs you won't find anywhere else. Shop top brands plus exclusive MMCC originals. Right now, our listeners get 20% off their entire order. Use promo code 99%. Visit MilwaukeeMotorcycleClothing.com today.
Biker Wolfpack Law is a safety organization founded by myself alongside Robert Howell with the primary focus of motorcycle safety, advocacy for injured bikers, and just general protection for those injured while riding motorcycles in the great state of Texas. Biker Wolfpack Law is a division of Glenn Larson Law Injury Attorneys, which is my firm. What's different about Biker Wolfpack Law is it's a community-based, event-based connection component to make sure that motorcyclists have all of the safety information they need, all of the legal information they need, and frankly, if needed, that full-blown legal advocacy in times of injury through no fault of their own.
One of our big events is we do ASM classes, which are accident scene management classes, which are put on with the Road Guardians, group of riders that are usually EMTs, doctors, nurses that also ride. And so they know what can happen when you're out there by yourself. And so it's a very intense class, like how to do tourniquets, how to get a helmet off of a person without hurting their neck more, how to get somebody out of the middle of the road. We do those a couple times a year, and the more safe riders are out there, the better it is.
The second division and component of Biker Wolfpack Law is to sponsor local musicians at bike nights or other community events that involve motorcyclists, but also just the community as a whole. And then third is larger charity organization events or rides to get out in the fresh air and have some fun. What I love most about representing bikers and motorcyclists across the great state of Texas is really one thing. It's about hearing the story. It's about going to motorcycle events, constantly meeting new people and making new connections. One of the reasons why I started Biker Wolfpack Law was to defeat and counteract many of the biases that are out there that, quote, motorcyclists are just dangerous. Make sure that motorcyclists are seen as exactly who they are, very hardworking, very responsible, and very dedicated individuals that deserve the justice that they need.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitched on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battling Betty's of Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin up smiles, standing at attention. Teasing waves, vintage art. For every soldier, every medic on call, every siren. In the dark of the fall, they bring hope, bring heat, bring charm. Like a hook, like a shield, like an arm.
I'm David with Thunderbird Biker Supply, and I ride with the 99.
Hi, I'm Maria. And I'm Misty. And we're with POF, and we ride with the 99.
Hey y'all, I'm Janie Balderas, and I ride with the 99.
Voices rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck.
1, 2, 3, oh!
You stepped inside with a vibe I ain't never seen. Yes, you did.
I'm Sassy Sin with Battlin' Betties, and I ride with the 99% radio.
Here we go. Straw hats, flip flops, coolers and brews. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze. Sunshine, good times, tied up pontoons. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze.
Got the whole boat bouncing like a trampoline. Light up the stash like it's gasoline. Boom, boom like the fourth Uncle Sam and we. Lit like a fire on the sandy beach. Ain't no lightweight, does it the right way. Post Malone, I got another but light rays. Tats on the back getting high and sideways. The tan on the thigh still bright from light rays. Make them waves when the Spotify plays. In your black bikini, in your black fly shade. Show the rest of the world how you love to get loose. All American girl, red, white, and booze.
Straw hats, flip flops, coolers and brews. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze. Sunshine, good times, tied up pontoons. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze.
Look at little mama, she got a little drama. Knock the big booty up in the super duty. We're gonna take it to the lake for the day, then later on the night we all gonna get right. Fire up the green, call up the team. Might see some things you ain't never seen, like 3 girls playing twisted naked. Heard birds saying I can't take it. Text screaming out shake it, shake it. Good Lord, I hope we all make it. Don't worry about us, we gonna be fine. Shout out to them girls with tattoos and tan lines.
Straw hats, flip flops, coolers and brews. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and blue. Sunshine, good times, tied up pontoons. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and blue. Straw hats,
Well, we just wrapped up with Maria and Phil Alvarado of the Peace Officers
Phil.
Angel Foundation, and you know,
It's Phil.
I sprung it on Pitbull after we went off air, but I don't know if everybody recognized Phil Alvarado. He's retired reporter from Fox 4 News.
I'm like the whole time going, why does this guy look familiar? I just figured white dude with a
With a
mustache.
good mustache.
It's a good Texan vibe.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
It's Phil.
Phil did
Fox 4.
he was a long-time news reporter for Fox 4 right here in Dallas. And he does the Peace Officers Angel Foundation.
I'm like such a nerd because I have like my routine. I get up, I put on my news station, I watch it in my Dateline. So I feel like I need to invite them to like my parties. Like it's like like, you know, I feel like I know them. So I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
I'm over here making jokes and it's Phil from Fox 4.
Hey, welcome Massimino from greetings from Italy. Greetings from
Ciao.
Texas. Ciao. And
Ciao.
Judy Lamb, thank you for tuning in. Once again, July 12th is going to be First Responders Appreciation Day over at Globe Life Field. Rangers versus the Astros. We had Officer Brandy Raoul. I hope I don't butcher her name too much. She's going to throw out the first pitch. Many other officers are going to be there singing the national anthem, God Bless America. There's going to be, these cops are going to be able to get throwing balls at firefighters, which is great. They're going to be throwing out the first pitch. That's going to be fun.
It just sounds like a movie.
It is so great because, you know, cops are out there patrolling the streets
Cops
where
throwing
all you
balls at
firefighters
firemen.
are
I'm like,
sleeping,
I want a
sleeping and playing
subscription.
Game Boy. No, I'm just kidding. We love our firefighters
Somebody
just
got
as
the
well,
joke.
man. But cops would love to throw balls at you. I just got to keep saying that.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Fireballs.
Fireballs.
That's a thing. Fireball shots because yeah. Anyway.
There we go.
Yes, that's going to be July 12th because July's going to be busy. We have the 250th.
Yes, that's going to be
for July.
We're going to be celebrating that right here on the 99% Radio Network. We got
America.
Steve Piper with the bagpipes coming on. He's going to be playing some songs.
What says America more than Scottish bagpipes?
Nothing.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love a bagpipe. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yes, July 4th. Big celebrations everywhere in DFW.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be huge.
250 years.
And then following that is going to be July 11th, which is going to be the game.
July 12th is going to be the game.
12th. I mean,
Yeah.
July 12th, Sunday. And then following that, we've got July 25th, Beers and Betties.
Beers and
July's going to
Betties.
be
July's busy month.
a big-
Then we're going to roll into August, and then
Yeah.
September. Oh, July 4th also.
Oh.
Tickets go on sale for the Celebrity Softball Classic. Go online, celebritysoftballclassic.org. Purchase your tickets for Ryder Stadium, where all the big athletes, stars, movie stars from all across the country will convey on Ryder Field to play softball for charity. TK has done an amazing job. This is going to be the 10th year. Also, it's going to be the 25th year from those terrorist attacks we suffered so badly back in 2001. So we will also be honoring our fallen firefighters, first responders, police officers, EMTs, and everybody who perished, the 3,000 souls that perished that day. Once again,
It's crazy that
we
it's
can never
been that-
forget 25 years.
Can't believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah, it is. People saw on my Facebook that I went for that scan, for my medical scan, and everything is. I'm fine. Everybody's
Mentally,
okay.
it's fine.
Mentally, I'm screwed up, but everything else is fine. But there's so many firefighters and law enforcement, EMTs, and everybody who was on that the mound, the pile for months and months on end, digging through the debris, pulling out their brothers and sisters, are now suffering many, many types of different cancers and debilitating injuries. We've lost We've lost more first responders to the medical issues resulting from the 9/11 attacks than we did in the 9/11 attacks.
A lot of people, a lot of us do, but there are some people that don't follow that. They were like, what do you mean they're still suffering? Because there were so many fumes and things that were in the air that they were breathing, and that's long-term things. So that strike on America is still
Yep. It's still having its
still
effects.
having.
You know, I'm
And they still get on the wall when it happens, don't
Yep.
they?
Yeah.
When they pass,
if they pass, they'll
they're
go
so
onto
honored.
the memorial wall as a line of duty injury. You know, I lost people from my precinct. I lost very good friends, but you know, I'm in a lot of police chat groups, and some of these officers are taking 10, 15, 20 different medications a day on oxygen, in wheelchairs because of the medical issues that they sustained from trying to do the rescue efforts at 9/11.
And it's not like the doctors are just giving him stuff to like, yeah, they're on a lot of medicine. That was an attack that like they're breathing in fumes that I don't think that the medical personnel really knew how to. I mean, that's a lot of chemicals and things in there. So
Well, it was asbestos and concrete.
yeah, I
and,
mean,
you
like
know,
finding
silica
one
dust,
pill
silica
that's
dust,
going to
yeah.
work is not going to happen. So these people have to get so many tests and medications, and there's all these things that they still suffer through. I mean,
all that does.
it doesn't just go away because the news stories stop talking about it.
Correct. 100%, you know, and that's like when we talked to Brandy, you know, after her injury, people forgot, and her brothers and sisters forgot about her, and she was in the dark. Many people feel, you know, when they talk about 9/11, there are still people out there each and every day battling the impact from those attacks 25 years later. You know, there are families that are still battling the effects of the loss of life from their loved ones that, you know, it doesn't go away. The medical issues, the pain, that doesn't go away. They're still out there. And that's why we have to be here to support them each and every day and never forget them.
Never forget. That is a very strong, never forget is such, never been more strong in a way of saying it than putting it with 9/11.
You know, and that's why I love
or any war.
I
really.
love Daryl Worley, the singer who came up with the song "Have We Forgotten?" And you know, it is so true. Have we forgotten? And you know, so much of America has forgotten because we do not teach.
Yeah, think about who
we
they
don't,
elected in New York.
We don't teach these. Oh my God, yeah. You know, we don't teach these things in school anymore. We don't teach the value of what police officers do. We don't teach the value
of life,
of what our veterans and what they do each and every day. Teachers should be teaching that and not that transgender or this and you know all these other
I don't
different
fucking care
things,
about your pronouns. You can email me. I can give a fuck.
Teach our children respect and love for our first responders. You know, we got Mongo, you know, and I'm sure Mongo was listening to Brandy's story because Mongo, when we recapped on Mongo's story a couple of weeks ago, another, you know, valiant officer from California who was shot multiple times. His partner was killed.
American Cartel. It's on
Yeah,
Amazon
you know,
Prime.
they got a documentary, American Cartel, on that shooting where he was shot multiple times. And they thought he was dead. That's the only reason he lived because it was raining out, and you know, and we thank God that Mongo is here each and every day. And
because our ratings would be bad without you.
Because he drinks whiskey, smokes cigars, and he knows things.
Yes, he does.
You know.
And speaking of,
is he at his seat right now?
Oh, he's been there.
Is he dressed? Is he dressed? He's got all full clothes
he's
on.
Over there loving himself right now. He's like, "What are you talking about, me?"
All right, you know, because Mongo's got an amazing Mongo log. He always brings it each and every week to the 99. You know, and when I discuss his Mongo log, you know, Mongo puts hours of research into each thing he writes.
Because he's retired and he has free time.
Yeah, yeah. But he gets to research each and every news outlet. And this is not just
it's not biased.
It's not a one-sided. It's not right. It's not left.
He'll call us out like we call them out.
Yeah.
Same vice versa.
It's the truest news you're ever going to hear. So without further ado, let's start a little early. It's the 5 o'clock hour.
Let's dig into it.
The Mongo log.
Santa Maria! Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. Got him.
Welcome, Mongo. Welcome. Oh, now he's up. Welcome, Mongo. How's it going, brother?
I'm
Hey,
doing good.
how's how's the new puppy going?
Oh, you guys are new puppy parents together. Isn't that
The new puppy is doing fine. We take her to a
so
2-hour puppy play where we drop her off and walk away, and then she plays for 2 hours. Today was her day to play, so she's actually behind me sleeping right now. I love the dog, I really do, but about 3 weeks ago, I had her on the leash in the backyard. She spun around and took off, and I went down.
Oh no!
I think I tore my ACL on my right knee.
Oh,
I will find out tomorrow.
Insurance doesn't cover that.
Yeah, so
oh no!
My leg feels like shit, and it has for 3 weeks
Well,
now.
you live in California, so they're gonna wonder if the dog's okay.
Oh, no doubt.
Do we need to file a suit against the dog?
So Roxy laughs because when we drive her to her little play date, we have her in the back of the truck, the back seat of the truck, but we have her on a leash. But she can reach me, and she rests her head on my shoulder as we're driving along, and then occasionally she'll just reach over and lick me on the side of the face. But she lays her head on my shoulder while we drive. But she doesn't like me. She likes Roxy. She won't come if I call her, but if Roxy calls her, like that, she's on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sounds like my kids.
Yeah. Well, we just rescued a little lab pit bull mix.
Oh, I saw that dog. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she is very cute. He is very cute.
Yeah.
He is our new addition.
You should have named it Mongo. You imagine Mongo, get off that damn lawn.
I hear Mongo come out of Tigger's mouth more times during the day than I choose to know.
Well, now you can get it called out at night. Tigger,
yeah. She's always saying Mongo, even in her dreams.
That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother
show. Dirty joke about Mongo coming out.
Dr. Pitbull's show.
Yeah, that's Dr. Pitbull's show. Hey, I don't know if you heard the story. We had Brandy on here from the San Antonio.
I was on. Yeah.
What'd you think about that story that she told?
For one, I'm glad she survived. Those are always scary, and especially for an officer that's only got 30 days on the job. They can't teach that to you in the academy. It's just, she was fortunate that she survived, and I'm glad she made it, but she continues to suffer. Obviously, she's lost part of her leg, and, lost her career after 30 days. And she's absolutely right. When you're in the hospital, they'll come and visit you. But once you go home, that stops. And, I had 16 years on the job. So I had good friends, and it still whittled down to like 2 people came to see me after that. When I left the hospital, nobody came to see me.
Really? When you got home, same thing. Nobody was knocking on your door, doing anything?
For the time initially when I came home, they actually paid officers to be at my house because there were death threats. So they actually had guys doing off-duty jobs at my house in uniform. So I saw those guys, but once I left the hospital, except for the guys that were paid to be there, I only had a few guys that came over on their own time to see me. While I was in the hospital, I had a lot of visitors. But after I left the hospital, it's like she said, they've got their lives, they've got their work schedules, they've got things going on, and you get forgotten about. And I was well known. I mean, people knew who I was, but it's just like, but then again, I'm not exactly the big gregarious person. I don't pick up the phone and go, hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
so I get it. So,
But that does, like she said, it weighs heavy on your mental health when when your brothers and sisters don't show up for you after an injury.
Oh, no, you feel abandoned, no doubt about it.
Because I have injuries, but I'm not a law enforcement officer, and I get that seems like a vibe that I would get, but being in what you do in law enforcement or even first fire department or anything, that's a brotherhood, sisterhood.
But
I get it, but like you're saying,
it's still even like when you broke your back. I mean, if people didn't come, if people didn't come, see how you were feeling, man, you feel like.
But I also wasn't giving a service. I wasn't doing something, so I feel like you were out doing something, and you would think, I know it's just
You-
a little,
well-
it just takes a little bit to wrap your head around to
Yeah.
like feel like that you were, you're left behind and so quickly.
So quickly, correct. And that's why we all have to band
But hey, look at
together.
you now. You got a Prime, Amazon Prime special. So you did all right. I'm just kidding.
Hey, is your 4th of July show going to be the Wednesday before the 4th of July or the
Yes.
Wednesday after?
It'll be the Wednesday
Before.
before on July 1st.
Pre-game.
All right. And I want to know because I'm writing a monologue for it. I just want to do it on the right week.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Pre-game
Yep.
4th.
Yep. Oh, so it's going to be a nice patriotic monologue?
Yes, a historical one. Yes.
All right.
Not historical on my behalf, but historical in the context of what our country has done.
Oh, that can go either way.
Still made the
Well-
country.
Well, we're going to keep everybody in suspense on that one because you don't know which way Mongo will go with this.
I know. He talks to us in Texas,
yeah.
but he lives in California. It can
Yeah.
go anyway.
So this monologue this week, what are we looking at?
This is a monologue on Nick Shirley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nick has received some death threats as well.
Yeah.
They're trying to shut him down, and I think California even trying to pass a Nick Shirley law.
And we talk about that. Yep, they sure did. Well, the assembly has passed it. It hasn't been signed by the governor yet.
Yeah, well, I mean that would set a precedent, and I don't want to take away from your monologue, so I'm not going to get into that. But we'll talk after your monologue on that because that really it impacts us, impacts everybody.
Oh yeah, no, it literally is crazy out here. It's just stupid crazy.
Well, let's I'm sure our listeners are chomping at the beat to hear your monologue because that's where this is where we get most of our viewers. They want to see you, not me and Pitbull.
Yeah, we're just commercials.
Let's hit the gas and start with the monologue.
All right, here we go. Lately, Nick Shirley has commonly been described as being right-wing. His YouTube channel now has over 1.1 million subscribers and more than 200 million total views. Nick Shirley had been a relatively unknown figure to mainstream media, but has now found a niche in independent journalism. He has made a name for himself by using his platform, primarily his YouTube channel, to investigate political figures, social issues, and financial irregularities that other outlets may overlook or avoid. He has repeatedly ambushed public figures on the street, challenging them to answer for their actions, which he believes the public has a right to or need to know. What sets Shirley apart from traditional journalists is his direct and aggressive questioning style, as well as his decision to confront his subjects in person. He is probably best known for his street interviews with direct and relevant questions. He has described himself as an independent journalist. He has, however, received pushback from some traditional members of the media for claiming to be an actual journalist himself. I mean, how dare he ask relevant questions no matter how uncomfortable they may be, especially when the actual so-called journalists refuse to ask the important questions. Important, relevant, or uncomfortable questions. Shirley's approach resonates with a growing demographic of citizens frustrated with the state of American politics and its entrenched system. These people many of whom are delusioned by both the major political parties, view Shirley as an independent voice standing up to the power structures that have governed the country and how information has been disseminated for decades. Prior to December 2005, Nick Shirley was a relatively unknown amateur blogger. He began his video experiences by pranking his friends in high school and disrupting celebrity weddings. He said in late 2021 that he would, however, cease his activities on YouTube in order to participate. One of my dogs just came out of his kennel. In order to participate in a religious mission in Chile for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. After his 2-year mission, he returned to his platform and began producing political content exclusively. Now, before anyone accuses me of writing a fluff piece on jolly old Saint Nick, let me just put this out there. Shirley has in the past, in the name of journalism, committed a few boners. He once paid a number of Hispanic men $20 each to hold pro-Joe Biden and pro-immigration signs in front of the White House as part of a publicity stunt to support Trump. Later, he said he was only allowing these migrants to voice their opinions. In 2024, Shirley released footage from inside the Salvadorian maximum security prison, CCOT, which he praised. In September 2025, he recorded an interview with the British political activist Tommy Robinson, in which he reportedly false claimed that 40,000 British Muslims living in the United Kingdom were on the terror watch list. Although MI5 does maintain a list of 40,000 terror suspects, according to them, MI5, it does not capture information about their religious affiliation. That, of course, would just be silly. I mean, why would any affiliation with potential religious terrorist organizations be relevant to an intelligence organization like MI5? I mean, really, who commits acts of terror based on religious affiliation? Shirley has falsely implied that Ukraine has used US-backed funds to buy luxury cars and a Ferris wheel. He also amplified Trump's claim that Haitian immigrants were eating cats in Springfield, Ohio. I don't believe that claim by Trump, however, was ever determined to be absolutely false. CNN has called some of Shirley's videos as anti-immigration and anti-Muslim. In an interview with Fox News, Shirley has defended his videos, saying that fraud is fraud. It doesn't matter if it's committed by a Muslim, a terrorist, a black person, a white person, an Asian person, or a Mexican. Americans work too hard to simply be paying taxes and enabling fraud to be occurring just because a favorite group of the mainstream media may be involved. In response to the media coverage of his Minnesota fraud videos, Shirley posted on X that he is not an enemy of the people, they are, referring to the mainstream media. So with all this being said, St. Nick has made some mistakes in the past. That, however, doesn't mean that he's wrong or lacks credibility. I'd trust his investigative reporting before I would trust the mainstream media. So with all of that being said, I will now return to my regular conservative asshole right-wing slanted style of reporting. On December 26, 2025, Shirley published a video which he filmed on December 16th. In the video, he alleges widespread fraud in Somali-run childcare centers and healthcare companies in Minnesota. The video shows him visiting facilities that appeared empty or inactive, interviewing bystanders who said they had never seen children at these locations, also citing public payment records to these facilities. Not surprisingly, news organizations and state investigators found no evidence substantiating Shirley's claim that the members of the Somali community were operating fake child care centers and medical facilities. Call me cynical, but the Somali child care scam seems to be just the tip of the iceberg. Nobody saw it except for him, and now that iceberg is bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. Shirley's viral video documents have documented what he and federal prosecutors say is a rampant fraud in government-funded programs. After exposing suspected daycare fraud in Minnesota, Shirley turned his cameras toward California. His team documented over $170 million in suspected fraud involving hospice operations, capturing footage of owners and operators allegedly profiting lavishly from schemes billing Medicare for patients who were not terminally ill. After the release of these videos, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the FBI increased their presence in the state while federal funding for these child care centers was frozen. Not bad for an independent journalist who just wanted to expose fraud and open the eyes of these government agencies that were pissing away taxpayer money like an unemployed redneck pounding down his neighbor's beers in the trailer hood. Now, when an industry of fraud is exposed in your state, you would expect the state attorney general to investigate and expose it all. But here in California, we do things a little differently. The California State Assembly has recently passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Nick Shirley is still out there filming the fraud that continues to be run rampant. The legislation was designed not to protect vulnerable workers, but to silence independent investigative journalists. You'd be hard-pressed to find a state more determined to waste taxpayer dollars while encouraging the actual taxpayers to flee the state. Assembly Bill 2624 can only be described as the Stop Nick Shirley Act. The bill is designed to silence citizen journalists and expose fraud and abuse of taxpayer dollars. If this bill becomes law, the message is clear to every journalist in California. If you expose corruption, you will be punished. The bill was introduced in the state assembly by an assembly member. Under the bill's text, it would ban anyone from posting on the internet the personal information or image of an immigration-supported service provider, their employees, volunteers, or individuals living at the address in case of these hospice facilities and daycares. in reality, it could cover a wide range of nonprofits, NGOs, and healthcare facilities that receive taxpayer money. This bill will make it a criminal offense to expose hospice fraud in California or businesses like the Somali Leering Center in Minnesota if the businesses claim a reasonable fear and the business owner gives a written demand not to post the videos. Now, here's the part that the mainstream media doesn't mention because, after all, who wants to know the minutia of how these laws are made? Here's the cherry on top. As this proposed legislation wasn't enough, the bill was introduced by Assemblywoman Mia Bonta, a Democrat from Alameda. She is the wife of Rob Bonta, the California State Attorney General. Now, how is that not a conflict of interest? Recent investigative journalism has led to some real consequences. Federal prosecutors launched Operation Never Say Die, charging over a dozen people in a $50 million Medicare hospice scheme while arresting 8 others for high-level healthcare fraud in California. Shirley's footage helped to expose mass fraud in California, and now the state Democrats in the Assembly are trying to pass a bill that will make that type of footage and assistance illegal. That right there is how fucking ridiculous it is out here on the left coast. It's actually pretty amazing that I don't have a drinking problem. This is the most fucked up state in America, and everyone knows it. The crazy part is that everyone admits it. The taxpayers want to change it, but they also continue to elect Democrats in the state assembly, as well as the U.S. Senate and House Representatives. Then they tolerate a 30-day election vote counting process to count the votes cast. This ensures that they can quietly stuff the mailbags with Democratic ballots to ensure California remains a deep blue state. Believe me, when the time comes, I'm out of this state. It's a nut house. And that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age. I improve with whiskey. My name is Mongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. And now back to you in the studio.
You know, that is some investigative journalism, Mongo. Let me tell you, and I would be hard pressed to say they would have a big fight if they tried to silence you.
Yeah, no doubt.
We already know what happens if they try to.
You know, and this goes out to every podcast, every radio show, TV show of
Streamers.
independents, streamers. This goes out to everybody. You know, this law impacts everybody who's going to do an interview. You know, when you turn around and say you're going to ban Nick Shirley from uncovering the truth because you're afraid of the truth or it's
Sounds
impacting,
sketchy.
it just shows how widespread the corruption is.
Well, they just had the chick. I don't know, can't remember all the details, but there was a chick here in Texas that did a post about the dirty water, and then the city threw her in jail for false social media, for false posts. But then now she got out, and now the city's going with her. Like, no, there's legit a water problem, but they were trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was doing her own little reporting, but like she was a small scale. But like, yeah, like you're saying, we can't go investigate anything. Not that we're investigating. We can't report what we see.
Well, you should be able to investigate if it's the truth. If you find the facts, right? And this is where I think Mongo's getting hit it right on the head. These government agencies are scared because they control the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Right? They can't control an independent journalist.
I mean, look at the liberals. They're
right?
fucking controlled.
They can't control an independent journalist on the content that they're going to provide. And if there's facts and proof behind that, government agencies should be listening to that and addressing
and
it.
not dismissing it and trying to cover it up.
Correct.
All right. Or like we do out here, just pass a law that says you can't do that.
Yeah. I can't. And you know what's funny is you turned around and said that they can't do that to immigrants.
Right.
Or is that anybody?
No, they can't. Well, immigrants is listed in that. They can't do it to anybody, but they want to list immigrants too because they want to give the immigrants the coverage that the law does to a citizen or a legitimate company.
You know, California must be printing money out of Galvin Newsom's house, man, because monopoly money to pay all these people off.
No, it's like Uno money.
Yeah. You know, as if you were a politician, a legit politician, you would welcome a million Nick Shirleys. You would welcome them a Nick Shirley in every community to expose the fraud that's impacting our taxpayer dollars.
Well, you know,
From a Shirley Temple.
They had the LA mayor's primaries recently.
Yep.
And I forget the dude's name already, but he was leading initially. Then he fell into second place, but it was a comfortable second place. And the third place runner was the one of the assembly people from the city assembly. And all of a sudden, after the 30-day count, she wiped him out. So he's out now.
Yeah, yeah. How ironic is that?
Yeah, it's typical.
You
so
know,
we're going to see what happens with the governor's race come November.
Yeah, and you know, and like you said, man, there are places out here that have double the size of the population of California that have gotten their ballots in ample time in a 48-hour period. How does it take 30, 40 days to count ballots?
For a single city. Not
For
just
a single city.
Single city, yeah.
You know,
everywhere else in this country can do it that night.
Right.
LA can't.
You have one job.
You know, but that's you know, any somewhat intelligent citizen should see that screams fraud.
Say that sentence again.
Okay. Every intelligent
citizen.
there's
the key word, intelligence.
But, you know, the problem out here is everyone knows the system is crooked out here. And so like Roxy's two boys, they just don't vote. They go, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we vote for because it's not going to matter anyway. They're going to pick who they want to pick.
Right.
And that's the
You can't have
attitude that
too
too
many
many people have out here is like, why vote? You know, I may cast a legitimate vote, but they're going to have a bag of 20 votes that aren't legitimate that are going to cancel me out.
Yeah. You know, I got a buddy, John DeResta, who lives out in LA. He was a comedian. He was a New York City cop, transit cop. He worked the homeless program in the New York City subway systems. And he was able to, I mean, between him and his team, save thousands upon thousands of homeless individuals within the New York City subway system, you know, and now he lives in LA and he calls out Mayor Bash, whatever her name is.
Bass, right?
Bass. Because he puts videos out there showing the impact of the homeless on the streets of LA and Los Angeles, and says a couple of cops were able to clear thousands of people out of the homeless out of the subway system, but a whole city can't help clean up the homeless issue in Los Angeles. And he calls them out every single day. He puts out those videos. Now, for him to put out those videos, I wonder if he would fall under the same Nick Shirley law, because he's exposing the homeless issues.
Oh, what about the one reporter, the one reporter that went into the church?
Oh yeah, what was his name? They jailed
the black
him.
dude.
They jailed him. I forgot.
He was on CNN forever, and he went into the church. He was the one that did the riot to storm.
Oh yeah.
Church.
Do you remember his name, Mongo?
Yeah, I can picture his face, but I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. So easily forgotten.
Who doesn't like gays but is married to a man?
Yeah. So easily forgotten.
Yeah.
But you know, this is my point. You know,
or he doesn't like whites and he's married to a white man. That's what it was.
A white man, yeah.
That's what it was.
Right. But for those who are exposing the truth, you know, if you're silenced, now that's kind of that's North Korea.
Yeah.
You know, what are we turning into a communist democracy where you're losing the freedom of speech, you're losing the freedom of the press, and to manipulate and control. And that's what they do in North Korea. You are only able to listen and hear what the government tells you to listen and hear to protect their own personal interest. And that's what it sounds like our government, or not our government, because Trump's not like that.
It's the media of that side.
The governors of these certain blue states are trying to do.
And the media that supports all that.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones getting it out to everybody.
It's scary times. It's very scary times. Now, what are the chances of this bill passing?
It's been through the state assembly. I don't know that it's made it to the state senate yet, but again, the state senate is packed with Democrats, so the chances of them rejecting it is probably slim. Once it gets to the governor's desk, I think it's going to depend on where the governor's at, because right now they're doing an investigation on Newsom and his wife for some money irregularities.
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking. So I don't know how that's going to affect his future announcement for the presidential run, but it's going to pass the state senate, no doubt, and then it's going to go to the governor's desk, and then it's just a matter of Newsom signing it. Newsom's on his way out, so I can see him signing it because it's not going to really affect him.
Right.
He just wants that paycheck.
Yeah. It's once again, sad state of affairs. Just like New York, man, LA used to be thriving, beautiful. California was a beautiful, beautiful state. And these certain individuals, these certain Democratic individuals, left wing, are really destroying it. It's what's happening in New York. There's no accountability. There's no for the people. It's only for these certain people. And it seemed like the East Coast and West Coast is starting to collapse when they were the two thriving cities, the shining cities, man, the most beautiful cities out there.
And it's happening up in Washington State too. Seattle, all the big businesses are leaving Seattle because they got that whack-a-mole female mayor up there now. They're all going to Texas.
Yeah, well, she, as a female mayor out in Seattle, we're going to kick Starbucks out. We don't need you. Oh,
Right.
all right. Well, I'm picking up my.
Does she
my
identify as a female?
and I'm leaving. Yeah. And Texas right now is thriving with all these businesses. Our governor's saying, "Come on, welcome." The governor of Florida, welcome. It's only going to bring more economy, more money to these states, and California and New York are going to end up like Detroit when the car industry left Detroit.
Or a
It's going to
big
be nothing
earthquake
but a
and it's-
vagrant wasteland.
Oh yeah, yeah. I started reading a story the other day, and I stopped reading it because it just got depressing. But it was about one of the professional athletes that plays on one of the California teams. He's losing so much money per paycheck because he has to pay back to the state of California.
Huh.
I mean, why would an athlete want if he's going to be drafted out of college and he found out, hey, you know what, the 49ers are going to take me? He's like, I don't think I'm going to sign. I'll just wait this one out and I'll see if I can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about athletes. Fuck
Yeah,
Hey, you're overpaid. I get it, but still, the state's taking too much.
Yeah, well,
Hey, listen,
go play for Utah.
They're pricing themselves right out of business as well. Some of these, the NFL, the baseball, they're all pricing themselves out. You can't buy a family of 4 ticket.
Oh yeah.
I mean, thank God we just got a little discount here from the Peace Officers Angel Foundation.
It's the only time we're going to see the Rangers.
The 99 just purchased a 4-pack of tickets for a family of 4 for our first responders to attend a game, but it was still $265.
Almost $300.
Almost $300
just to get in.
And what's sad is some of these officers can't even afford to bring their families to the game.
Yeah, because then you got to get. I mean, you're parking.
You got to pay parking. Yeah. Then you got to buy something to eat or drink when you
And
get
then
there.
the little shit kid's gonna want a souvenir.
Right.
You gotta buy that.
And beers at Globe Life are like $16 a beer.
Oh, and if you want some liquor, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
20, and you get a double. It's like $40.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
And I can drink 4 bottles of liquor at home for
For
that.
the same price.
Yeah, well, that's why I've got the sports packages at home. I can watch all the sports on TV in the comfort of my house.
Yep. A clean bathroom, and an unlimited bar and cigar supply.
Yeah.
Perfect. America.
That's America right there.
Hey, I strip off my clothes and I'm sitting there in my tidy whities watching the game. I'm comfortable.
I really don't doubt that.
You got that visual
I
in your
do.
head? You got that visual?
With the hat on.
You-
He's
you-
got the hat on.
You see him in his recliner
I
in his
do.
underwear with a cigar and a drink in his mouth?
And a pitbull there and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King
Got
Mongo.
it. That's King right there. King
Oh,
Mongo.
no. Well, just to be clear, my dogs all go back to the bedroom and get in bed with Roxy. I sit out in the living room in my underwear watching my TV alone. It's depressing.
The dogs don't even want to see you in your underwear.
It's depressing.
Oh. Well, Mongo.
I had dog food delivered to my front porch last night after hours. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. and I looked out the window of my front door, and the box was sitting there. I was like, God damn it. So I walked back to the bedroom. I was going to put on a pair of shorts, and Roxy goes, what are you doing? I go, the dog food's sitting on the front porch. And I said, it's down on the second step, so I got to put some clothes on because I can't just get out there. She goes, I'll get it. I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't have to get dressed.
Hey, in the underwear, baby.
Best thing since COVID is delivery.
Delivery. Mongo, once again, thank you so much for everything. This was another topper. I always say each week you top your last week. This was a great one. I'm gonna segregate this portion of the Mongo log to play again because I'm gonna segregate it from the rest of the show.
I don't think that's American.
Well, I'm gonna separate it from the rest of the show. This way people can hear this Mongo log because it definitely impacts every streamer, every journalist, independent out there. And we should be weary that that Los Angeles or that California mentality does not move its way across the country here.
Yeah.
Shows guilt.
And hopefully we're gonna be able to see you for at least dinner when you go see the Raiders play in Vegas. Hopefully we can come out and spend a weekend and at least have some dinner and some drinks with you and Rocky. Well, you go to the Raiders game.
Or you can throw me 20 and I'll park your car.
Yeah, she'll park your car for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're thinking about taking the red eye out. Maybe just come out on a Friday, come back on a Sunday.
Cool, sounds good.
Maybe we'll even store we'll store Pitbull in our overhead luggage.
There you go.
All right, brother. Well, you have a great day. Thank you again for everything you've done and for the Mongo logs. Keep them coming. Can't wait to hear next week's.
All right. Well, we will see you all next week. Have a good week.
All right. Peace, brother.
Adios.
Hasta luego.
Another amazing Mongo log.
Another
one. But that was, tell you, when you think about it, Chance, Chance, when you hear that they're going to silence independent journalists for calling out fraud, what are your thoughts on that?
What's the point of a journalist then?
What's right? Disappointed. It's very disappointing.
Chance. Disappointing. Words of wisdom from the guy behind the panel.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap it up, let's just do a little recap once again. The Peace Officers Angel Foundation. I want to thank Maria and Phil Alvarado. I want to thank Brandy Rule from San Antonio for joining us here and supporting our first responders. And come on out July 12th to Globe Life Field for First Responder Appreciation Day. We're going to have a great time. We're going to watch Brandy throw out that first pitch. We have the Battling Betties. Beers and Betties coming up.
July 25th at Shotsky's Bar and Grill right there on Main Street, Keller, but benefiting the veterans of Roll Call, music bingo, raffles, and all the good things.
And don't forget July 4th, go to celebritysoftballclassic.org. Get your tickets for Ryder Stadium for the Celebrity Softball Classic. That's going to be on September 12th. That's going to be on September 12th. And that benefits so many different organizations. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, TK, for allowing 99 to be such a great big part of that. Once again, Radio for a Reason. This is where the rubber meets the road. We highlight all our first responders, our veterans, our nonprofits, our grassroots foundations, highlighting them where the mainstream media is trying to silence them. We bring them up, we highlight them, we raise them up, and we support our community projects. Got anything else before we leave?
If you could be anything.
If you could be anything, be kind. Peace.